Hey, 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 how you doing, everybody? We are live. It is Ray and Chester. We are coming at you live from our home in wonderful Illinois and ready to bring you Chubbyray Comics live on this Saturday night. Hope you guys are doing well. I know I am. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm wearing this shirt. I got this shirt a couple years ago, and it's so, my God, it's so big. It hardly fits anymore, but it's a beautiful shirt. I figured I'd wear it, and we'll try to make the best of it. Oh, well, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're doing well. I figured I'd jump right in to the chats, and I'd take care of any other BS later on, so I can just get to the chats, because people always come in early, and I miss them. Andy says, help you get me. I did get your email, Andy. I got your email. Your book's already been sent. Elise says, Ray, how's the library shuffle going? Library shuffle's almost done. I still got to get this shelf over there filled up, but won't be long until I am ready to do tours. I'm very excited about it. Laconima says, well, hello, Laconima. What's your favorite suit in Daredevil? Any suit drawn by Marco Cacchetto is my favorite. Marco Cacchetto is awesome. Noah says, happy Saturday, Ray. Hey, Noah, what's up, brother? What up, Chubbyray? Celebrating my mom's birthday. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Catch up with y'all later. All right, Galandowski. I just finished Fade Up by Brubaker, and I'm immediately selling it. Oh, wow. Laconima, not getting the Laconima seal of approval. IP, or shall I say LP, says, oh, we have a waiting room. Cool. Chewy Queso says, hello, hello. Hello, hello, Chewy Queso. What up, everybody? How you doing, LP? Ray, live 2 days in a row is madness. I mean, I'm live. Yeah, I'm live Monday, Wednesday, I do another show Thursday night. I do Friday night now, Saturday. I'm gonna start a Tuesday night show too, by the way. So I'll be live. I will be live 6 days a week soon. Good Lord. Jeff Awal says, what up, Ray? How you doing, Jeff? And I'll be live 7 days a week soon, actually. Once the Patreon is being put together. I'm adding artwork and all that stuff, and then the Patreon will have all the other stuff, guys. What up, everybody? How you doing, Seagulls? Hi, everyone. You haven't replied to my email. It's been a week. Maybe Chester has to help you out. No, Cheeky Chicken, I'll get it. I'm trying to figure out how to send, because Cheeky Chicken, I'm sending you a gift card, and I'm trying to figure out how I do that. So there's something about there's all kinds of BS I got to go through. I don't know if it's because of this president or what's going on, but I'll get it. It'll be sent over your email. So I'm just trying to figure out where there's no questions, all that stuff. By the way, Seagulls has just received his giveaway. Thank you again. You're welcome, Seagulls. Yeah, my wife went today, and she sent out, we sent out to the people that won Wednesday and yesterday. The people that won Monday, Wednesday, and yesterday, all their stuff went out today. So that's pretty cool. We do have some giveaways tonight, guys. We've got some giveaways tonight, and we got some good ones. This is just top of my head giveaways. All right, I'll show you these. We have Guy Gardner, Green Lanterns, Emerald Warriors, Nightwing, Volume 1 of the Tim Seeley run, Mighty Avengers. I don't know why this is there, because it's not a giveaway. This has already been given away. And then also tonight, we're doing George Perez and Mark Wolfman's History of the DC Universe, books 1 and 2. This is pretty cool. That's very cool give. I'm even excited about it, and I can't win it. I'm excited about it. And of course, Comics and Tortillas will be on. So let's just hope he doesn't talk me into any more, because this seems like a good amount to me. Anyway, let's see. Those books on the right are falling over. Which ones? Oh, the ones down there? Yeah, they're all my giveaway stuff. If you guys can see down on the floor, that's all my giveaway stuff. All that's giveaways. Yep. I got a ton. I've got a ton of giveaways. MZ Abrams says, "What's up, everybody? How you doing, MZ?" Thanks, Ray. Have you got any planned live streams or videos with other comic YouTubers? Yeah, I have. I'm gonna start my my Patreon. The Patreon is going to kick off this week. In fact, I was hoping to kick it off tonight, but I didn't get there. So we'll kick it off Monday night. But the Patreon, the Chubbyray Comics Patreon channel is gonna have a Tuesday night show called Chubbyray Comics Roundtable, which is going to be, I'm inviting other comic creators or other YouTube and TikTok content creators to come on and just talk. And I'll be inviting some of you to just come on and talk comics. And it's just a roundtable discussion. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be on Tuesday nights at 5 p.m. And I'm going to do some interviews with some creators. We will probably, I don't know if I'm planning on airing those on Sunday nights, but that'll put me on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I already do a show on, and I do a show on Thursday nights for my other channel that I do. And I have I also have a show that I'm planning on doing closer to noon. It'll be closer to noon. And I'm doing that so people in Europe and, and the Middle East can watch the show. So we're getting that all planned, but and then the Patreon is kicking off, and it's gonna be a bunch of stuff with that. And the Discord's going with that. We've got some really cool stuff coming up. So yeah. Thank you, Cheeky Chicken. Those are the planned videos that I have. Laconima says, in the black shelf. Well, I got omnibuses that are going to go on there. I've got some omnibuses that are going on there. And I've got this shelf. I don't know if you guys can see it. I've got this shelf back here. That's going to be, I've got piles of paperbacks that are stuck in another room when I cleared out one of my shelves in here. And they're all going to be on that shelf. And that's an on-air light. That is an on-air light behind me, but it's not plugged in. But it's really cool. I wish it was plugged in because it's very cool looking. It's green and it just looks awesome. But it's not plugged in at the moment. But I'm hoping to get it all set up, and I will do a room tour after I get it all set up, guys. Starshine says, Ray, this is the first live I've managed to catch. I'm from Liverpool in the UK. Hello, Starshine. Good to see you. Good to see you. I love it when we get some first timers in here. That's great. South Force is just sitting here reading Fantastic Four, Volume 6. South Force, I sent you an email today, brother. Ray, do you have any idea of your next DC versus Marvel video? Yes. I'm doing Wonder Woman Thor, but that won't be coming out for a while. I'm doing Batman versus Daredevil, Superman versus Hulk, Justice League versus Avengers, Wonder Woman versus Thor. I'm doing Catwoman versus Black Canary. I think that'll be really interesting. So those are just the ones that are on the top of my head. But the plan is, the next planned one I'm thinking is Batman, Daredevil. All right. And then we'll do Wonder Woman, Thor, and Avengers, Justice League, or Justice League versus Avengers, I think is going to be the biggest one. In fact, I think it'll be the longest one too. So I'm interested in how that one will turn out. So there you go. But that's basically, we're matching Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. Maybe I'll do that one separate. You know what I mean? I should actually do Green Arrow versus Hawkeye as a separate video. Yeah, that'll be kind of cool. Hey, last night I started my new stream, Chubbyray Comics Lounge, which is going to be a Patreon stream. We did a test last night, and I thought it was great, guys. It was a fun test show, and I really enjoyed doing it. And we did something on the test show last night that I thought, it was just because it sounded cool. When I was getting ready to end the show, I got a super chat, and the super chat kept me going an extra half hour, which it turned out to be. How long did we go, Tom? Like 40 minutes? I think we went like 40 minutes past because of the super chat. And that was really cool. It comes in good because, listen, I never feel like ending. But I have I end because of a time limit, and it was actually really cool. It was really cool to continue on last night. You know what I mean? So I really enjoyed it. So, and the super chat angle is interesting because it keeps it going, but it was really fun. Andy says, what's your lineup playing basketball in DC Comics characters using heroes and villains, including head coach and sick? My lineup would be elongated man at center. For DC, Mr. Fantastic for Marvel. Point guard would be Nightwing for DC, Spider-Man for Marvel. Shooting guard would be Batman for DC. I would pick Daredevil, but he's blind and he can't. I don't think he can see a basketball. Or you can't, I don't know if he can sense a basketball. Shooting guard for Marvel would be Black Panther. Yeah. I think he would be awesome. Power forward, Captain America for Marvel. Superman for DC. And then is that everybody? Nightwing. And Spider-Man. And Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, that's it. No, I didn't. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man, point guard. Black Panther, shooting guard. Captain America, power forward. Or no, Captain America, small forward. Sorry. Power forward would be Thor. And the center would be Mr. Fantastic. DC was Nightwing at point guard, Batman, shooting guard. Let's change that. Hold on. We'll do Mr. Terrific at shooting guard. Yeah. We'll do Batman at small forward, Superman at power forward, and elongated man at center. Those are my lineups. MZ says, if you already voted on Omnibus Reprint, I recorded my votes. And I'll put that video out. That video is going out tomorrow. All my votes for near mint conditions pool. By the way, Christina, thank you. She just gifted a Chubbyray Comics membership. I love it. Fantastic. Christina's at it again. I love it. Thank you. By the way, Tom says, congrats to Chewy Queso. Chewy Queso, you just got a free membership, brother. That's fantastic, guys. I love when we give away those free memberships. God love you. That is fantastic. Chewy Queso doing it. Look at that. Tom just gifted one as well. By the way, Chewy Queso says, thank you so much, Christine. Look at that. Chewy Queso just got a membership and he's already thanking. That's great. I love it. Fantastic. By the way, Tom just gifted a membership. Thank you, Tom. I love when you guys gift those memberships. It really does. It's awesome. It increases membership, and you'd be surprised how many of those people re-up. So it's really nice. Logan's in. He says, Ray, how's it going? Hope you're well. Did you work out how much it would cost to send me that Green Lantern trade? I won on a live stream a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Where do you, Logan? You live in the UK, right? I think we sent it. My wife shared with me where they went, and Logan's real name is Dwayne, right? Yeah. Yeah. It was sent. Logan. By the way, Tom says congrats to Glenn 2K12. All right, Glenn, awesome, brother. Tom said we went last night at between 7:35 and 7:40. That's great. Toddy says the Patreon sounds like it's going to be great. Oh, thank you, Todd. I appreciate it, brother. The Patreon's going to be fun. Yeah. Hello, Ray, says Brant. How you doing, Brant? You're the man. Brant's book went out. Ray, what's good? You'd be happy to know my copy of Batman Cape Crusader Volume 6 arrived the other day. Looking forward to reading it. You'll love it. Those Batman Cape Crusader and Dark Knight Detective, those are great books. You're going to love it. Tom says, smash that like button, everybody. Come on. Smash it. Massive shout out to Crooks and Bandits Comics. Best spot for those sweet collected editions. Hit up crooksandbanditscomics.com and punch in Chubbyray Comics at checkout. You get $2 off per book. It's a great deal, guys. Crooks and Bandits. I am so happy to be associated with Crooks and Bandits Comics because, I turned down chances to be, I'm not going to name names, but I turned down a chance. Well, one, I say make it sound like one, but it was one other place that offered me a code and I passed. I don't know if I could have more than one code. So I'm glad I chose Crooks and Bandits Comics because they seem to be taking care of my viewers. And that makes me really happy. I really appreciate it. By the way, Cheeky Chicken says Trigon. That's a good choice. Trigon at center. That's awesome. Corey says, Big Q says, hello, Ray. Come in, Ray. Thank you, Big Q. The Jugan guy says, after Green Lantern, I just don't feel like picking another book. Can you recommend me something? All right. So you read Green Lantern. That was your first omnibus, right? Have you read all three or no, you just got volume 1. That's right. You wanted to know what to get. Okay. If you got Green Lantern volume 1, all right, we should get you a Marvel book. Let's get you a Marvel book. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what Marvel book. By the way, I started reading a Marvel book I'll tell you about later, but I started reading another Marvel omnibus last night that's so good. Oh my God. It's so good. I just started browsing through it and I just said, oh, screw it, I'm going to read it. I really like it. I would say Infinite Crisis for DC or any Batman book. There's no such thing as a bad Batman omnibus. Same thing with Spider-Man. If you can get a Spider-Man omnibus, grab a Spider-Man omnibus. Brand New Day. I don't know if Brand New Day is sold out, but Brand New Day Volume 1 is great. I really enjoyed Brand New Day Volume 1 Spider-Man book. Also, you can't go wrong with a Captain America book. Or Daredevil. Daredevil has the consistently best written Marvel stories, in my opinion. So you can't go wrong with Daredevil either. Or Avengers. So that's my suggestion to you, Jogan guy. Daredevil can sense and dodge when Bullseye's throwing a knife or worse at him. You think he'd be okay at basketball? Well, there's no dodging in basketball. You gotta catch it and shoot it. I don't know how he would line up the basket to shoot. You know what I mean? Because I think he's good at things going at him, but the basket's stationary, doesn't move. So I don't know. I would have Batman as small forward. You think so? I had him there. I put Batman as small forward, remember? That's how I switched it up. What up, Ray? Hope you're having a great weekend. And what are your top 5 Marvel and DC Omnis each for a new reader. I'm getting ready to do a video on this. I'm getting ready to do my 2026 video on that. It's coming in April, my top 5 new reader books. So I'm going to hold off and do it then, but I'll give you a few. I'll give you a couple. Definitely the book that Jugan guy's reading, Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, Volume 1, is so sensational. I also like Aquaman by Jeff Johns, Volume 1. It's a lower cost book. You can get it for $50 or lower than that. It's Aquaman by Jeff Johns. That's another great first book. So those are my 2 DC books. Your Marvel book, I would say, I'm trying to think of so many Marvel books are sold out. First book, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 by Brian Michael Bendis. That would be a book for a new reader. That would be very good. Southforce says, I can't see my emails till I go to work Monday, but thank you. Awesome, Southforce. It's okay, brother. Brent says, just brought my 6-year-old daughter Wonder Woman Year 1. She's loving it. So that's great. I think it's awesome that your 6-year-old daughter's reading. That's fantastic, man. I feel like Flash needs to be point guard, but your lineup is solid. Aaron, God, how did I miss that? Wally West Flash. Wally West should be point guard, and Dick Grayson could be shooting guard. Oh, why didn't I get that? Why couldn't I get that? That's brilliant. Jugan guy, I feel like I should go for grounded stories. Maybe Daredevil or Batman or even Nightwing. Nightwing Volume 1 or Nightwing Tom Taylor Volume 1. Why wasn't that my first get? Yeah. Jugan guy, get Nightwing by Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo Volume 1. It's the best. It's one of the best omnibuses I've ever read. I love it so much, man. Yeah. Disregard everything else I said. Get Nightwing Volume 1. It's fantastic. Christina says, you're welcome, Chewy Queso. I think she liked Chewy Queso's biceps, and that's why she did it. She might have rigged it. She might look at Chewy Queso. Chewy Queso's got those biceps. So I think she rigged it. That's what I think. Siegel says you got to include the Hulk too. Oh yeah, the Hulk would be a great power forward, except he's not very smart. I have a feeling Hulk would step out of bounds or throw the ball away. Chrissy says, I don't know how to highlight people's names. I don't either. I don't know. A Big Q says, you got to have Reed Richards on the team. That dude can get a rebound and stretch. Yeah, that's why I got him at center. He can stretch to the other bucket for the Kobe. Yeah, absolutely. Reed Richards will just play point guard and he'll just go whoop and put the ball in the basket and then go back and play defense. I think Reed Richards is fantastic. All right, Richards got his votes for the you did the near mint condition reprint poll. Here's his votes, everybody. He did Daredevil by Soul. You know I loved it. I think everyone should own I own it, but everyone should own Daredevil by Soul. Secret Wars 2. Oh, really? Secret Wars 2? You mean the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars, right? You don't mean the second Secret Wars they did in the 80s, I hope. West Coast Avengers Volume 1, which by the way where is that? I'll show it to you for those who've never seen it. West Coast Avengers is sweet. It's a very good book. Very cool book. And X-Men Revolutions. Dude, that's awesome. That's a nice list. That's a good list, Richard. We love that. DB says, Ray, have you started your Vader Down Epic collection yet? I think you'll love it. I have not. No, I want my Darth Vader. I want my Darth Vader by Charles Soule omnibus reprinted. That's what I want. I really want to get it, but if not, I'm going to buy the modern epics, Ellie says has no clue either. Hit that like button for this awesome dude in his channel. Thank you, Richard. You're awesome, brother. You Starlight or Straight Out of London is Logan Wayne, and thank you. I'm truly grateful. Logan, you're great. Dwayne, you're awesome, buddy. Yeah, we sent it. My wife's pretty cool. She's been getting this stuff out. Don't just smash. You got to Hulk smash that like button. Yes. That's the kind of enthusiasm that I love. That's great. Thank you. Radiant Black Massive Edition Book 2 comes out next week. So excited. Listen, I'm so excited. I haven't told my wife yet, but I'm planning on taking a special trip. I'm planning on taking a special trip down to Edwardsville so my wife and I can buy Radiant Black Massive Edition the week it comes out, because if not, we got to wait in order to order it. You know what I mean? I'm really excited about I love Radiant Black's one of my best characters. In fact, you will see Radiant Black. I'm not going to give you spoilers, but you will soon see Radiant Black in one of my videos. Logan says, I can't remember. Ray remembered my name. That's awesome. Dude, I'll tell you what. I don't remember. I forget stuff all the time. That's why Tom's here. Tom's here to remind me of things, because I forget. My mind's good, but off the top of my head, my memory is gone to crap. My wife made me great coffee. It's so perfect. Aaron says, I got the Demon DC Finest from Crooks and Bandits, and it was packaged perfectly and got here fast. Couldn't have been a better experience. Of course, I used your code. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, this is why I chose Crooks and Bandits Comics, guys, because you guys, when I interviewed Adam, you guys, I hope you could tell how important quick shipping was to him. You know what I mean? I could tell how important it was. He said he gets the order, he tries to ship it immediately or next day. You know what I mean? And I really appreciated that. The other place that offered me a code, I got to be honest, their shipping drags a little bit. It drags a little bit, and I didn't want to, because I don't take any money from that. I know some people, they get money from people they do codes, but I don't care about that. My thing was, I wanted you guys, my viewers, to have the best experience possible. That's why I did it. So that's why I chose Crooks and Bandits Comics, because I knew Adam, he gets the stuff you want. You guys, if you want to get something in advance, or if you want something that you know is coming out and you're not sure he's going to order it, all you have to do is send him a message. Say, hey, Adam, can you order, I'm so-and-so, I want to buy blah, blah, blah. Can you order it to make sure you have it? And he'll get it. And just say, I heard you on Chubbyray Comics and you said to do this, so I'm doing it. And I'm telling you guys, Adam will do it. I wanted an Epic collection, and I told Adam in advance, I said, dude, I want these Epic collections. Can you make sure you have it? He goes, no problem, man. He goes, no problem. He goes, I'll get it. So if you let him know in advance, then he'll get the stuff if it's something you think he might not automatically order. Adam orders so much stuff every week, but he'll actually, if there's something coming out and you're not sure he's going to get it, just send him an email. Send him an email. You know what I mean? You guys, Chester wants to say hi. You guys want to say hi to Chester? Come on, Bubba. Come here. Let's give you a treat. Come here. Come on. Come see Daddy. Come on. Let's get you a treat. Where did I put your treats? Hold on. I got to find Chester's treats. All right. All right, buddy. You ready for your treat? Come on. Let's get you a treat where everybody can see you. I don't know if they could see it from that angle. Come on, Chester. Come on. Come here. Come here. Sit down. Sit, buddy. Okay. All right, come on. Oh, I'll give you a treat, buddy. Oh, yeah. Let's give you a treat. This is easier. Hey, everybody. Chester wants to say hi. Hey, bud. You ready? You want a treat? Here we go. Let's give you a treat. He's a good boy. You guys, look at this. Look at this dog. This is my superhero. This is my super Chester. He's Puggin. Of Chubman and Puggin. We are America's new dynamic duo. Chubman, Puggin, and the Stain. That's our own Justice League we're creating. It's the Justice Squad. Here you go, buddy. The Justice Squad has the Stain. It has Chubman. It has Puggin. One more. Then you got to go down. All right. Everybody says hi, buddy. He's a good boy. Let me put him down, guys. Okay. You're a sweet boy. All right. I hope my ass wasn't showing. Logan says, hey, Richard. Oh, he's talking to Richard. Southmore says, Thor by Walter Simonson or Jason Aaron's great read. Yeah. There's a bunch of great Thor books. That's a good point about Daredevil playing basketball. Thank you. DP said, I typed Batman as a small forward when you first said him to be shooting guard. Oh, that's awesome. Now I understand, DP. I understand. New to selling. Where's the best place to sell trade paperbacks, hardcovers, and a few omnibuses? I think, you guys, would you agree? Probably eBay. I don't sell a lot. I'm really, I collect more than I sell. But somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. eBay is probably the best. I've never sold anything on Whatnot, so I don't know. I don't know how long it is, how that works, but go ahead and everybody from the room, please tell him if there's people who know. By the way, Tom says, subscribe to Comics and Tortillas before your favorite superhero realizes tacos don't come with a secret identity. It's youtube.com/@comicsandtortillas. Yeah. He's such a good guy. He deserves more viewers, man. He deserves more viewers. Laconima says, I'm not in the US, so there might be other options, but eBay is usually a good choice. Maybe Facebook Marketplace too. I've never thought of Facebook Marketplace, but yeah, I would imagine Facebook Marketplace. You could probably, sell some stuff. Brad says Ray Palmer would be the smallest forward, and Ant-Man for Marvel. I love it. Animal Man by Grant Morrison's a great little run. Yeah. Leap into the long box of legends and subscribe to Near Mint Condition, guys. I love plugging Omar. I love plugging Near Mint Condition. I'd imagine all you guys subscribed to Near Mint Condition, right? If you're not, you're crazy. I don't even pretend. To measure up to Omar. I love that guy. I've gotten to know him, and I love his channel. I love Near Mint Condition. I was so happy this morning because my other show that I do on Saturday mornings is my radio show. And we got done in time so I could watch a little bit of Omar's show this morning, which always makes me happy because I've missed it the past few weeks because of the other show. So it was actually nice to see it. But yeah, you guys, Tom's right. youtube.com/@Near Mint Condition. It is my favorite channel on YouTube. I only have so many favorite channels. I love Near Mint Condition. I love Comic Pals. I like Cody Collects is a new channel. It's really good. And I like Comics and Tortillas. So, when I like something, I love to plug it. And I love Omar. He's such a great guy. I love Melanie's really sweet too. I haven't personally met them. I need to go shake their hands, take them to lunch or whatever. I'd love to go down and see them. Yeah, just really great people. I cannot say enough good things about it. And yes, if you're not subscribed, If you are not subscribed to Near Mint Condition, you're crazy. I think it's the best channel on YouTube. That's just me. Richard says, such a cute dog, Ray. Dogs are awesome. They're better than humans. This dog is better than any human. My dog, Chester. You guys, Christina's in the room. Christina knows. When my wife and I go out of town, Christina's the one who comes over and feeds him. And he loves her. He loves her. Because he knows that she brings food when she's over. So, DP says, Ray, have you read Daredevil Yellow? Thinking of getting into it. Yeah, Daredevil Yellow. You know what? There's no such thing as a bad Jeff Loeb Tim Sale book. There's no such thing as a bad one. Daredevil Yellow is very good. It's very good. I have, you know which one I haven't read? I haven't read Gray Hulk yet, but I've read Spider-Man Yellow, Daredevil Yellow, Spider-Man Blue. And I'm missing one. But yeah, there's no such thing as a bad Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale book. No such thing. Let me fast forward. I'm trying to find the happy Saturday, Ray, and the community. Hope everyone's well. I think we're doing well, right? Carl, I hope you're well in the UK, brother. I was happy last night. You guys, Marvel Trucker Chris is always in the room. He's been a member. He's been a member for a long time, and he's never won. He's the one member, like Piano Wizardry's won more than once. Drummer Dies won more than once. You know, Wes Wiggins has won more than once. We've had guys that have won more than once. Chris has never won anything. And on last night's show, Rob won, and a really, really good book. Rob won. He already had it, so he gave it to Chris. You guys, the email Chris sent me, he was happier than like a 5-year-old who just got he was happier than a 5-year-old who just got a G.I. Joe doll, action figure. He was so happy. By the way, Big Q says, I bet the Stain would love a Blunt Man and Chronic comic. He would. Yeah, the Stain. I forgot to mention this. The Stain is also a fan of. The Stain is a fan of. Let me draw it so you guys will see it. The Stain is a fan of God's Flower. There you go. The good old Stain. Love it. I'm excited to see what Stephanie Phillips brings. You know what I like the most about it is I saw an interview with her. Was it the Comic Pals? I can't remember who was doing the interview, but she said her Daredevil, she's got him as a professor in college. He's teaching college law, or he's teaching in law school. So I'd love to see how that's going to work. So I think it's awesome, man. I think it is awesome. I think Stephanie Phillips is going to do a great run on Daredevil. I like Stephanie Phillips. I know there's some people that don't like her, but I think she's great. And here's what I also love. I love the fact that Marvel is just not putting their female writer on a female comic. She gave a pitch. She said, hey, I want to pitch a book. They said, okay. And she pitched Daredevil, and they said, my God, that's a great story. Take it. So they weren't like, I'm just saying some comic book companies tend to put female writers on female books only. And then you get some of the best books that we've had in the history of comics are books that were written by females writing a male character, and vice versa, and males writing female characters. Mariko Tamaki's Batman is amazing. It's fantastic. Ann Nesenti's Daredevil, which came out in the late 80s, is freaking amazing. So, yeah, I love the fact that they let Stephanie Phillips do it. Good for her, man. I love it. Siegel says, Whatnot is great. My buddy sells Legos on there. Cool. Awesome. So, yeah, I guess you can do a Whatnot. I wouldn't know how, but yeah, it's good. Good. It's awesome. By the way, Brant wants to know, what are you selling? Yeah. Let us know what books you're selling. If it's a good, book, let us know. Maybe somebody on here want it. By the way, Gary says, Ray, which one do you prefer, the Flash by Williamson or Flash by Johns? Oh, you know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this. The Flash by Joshua Williamson, which you can see. Hold on, let me zone in so you can see it. The Flash by Williamson, which is right there. Those two Williamson books are astounding. I love Williamson's Flash, man. It's I think I'd pick Williamson over Johns. It seems like I'm breaking a rule saying that, but I got to be honest. If I have to be honest, I think Joshua Williamson's Flash run might be the greatest Flash run of all time. In fact, I'm sure it is. I love it that much. So there you go. That's my choice, and I'm sticking to it. I'm about 6,000% sure Chester rolls his eyes every time he says Redondo. Give Chester the mic when we hit 4,000 subs. I will. I wish, God, you guys don't know how much I wish my dog can talk. Continue to fill up my X shelves, picking up the House of M Omni this weekend. Yes. Current reads JMS Spidey. Oh, wow. JMS Volume 1 of Spider-Man has great stories. It really does have some awesome stories, man. I'm a big fan. I love Volume 1. And I love, but I think I love Volume 2 a little more. But Volume 1's very, very good. I like Volume 2 because it takes place during the Civil War era, and it's also got different artists. Where Volume 1 is all John Romita Jr. And here's Volume 1, all John Romita Jr. Who's great. I like John Romita Jr., but I like seeing different artists. But JMS Volume 1 is very good. JMS Volume 2 is pretty amazing. JMS Volume 2 is Ron Garney, Mike Deodato. Oh, my God. It's really good. Just got flashed by Williamson Volume 1 and 2 today and had a sneak peek. It looks amazing. I hope they reprint John's Volume 2 soon. Yeah, John's stuff is great. I love Jeff John's Flash run. I'm not insulting it at all. I'm just saying I think Williamson's a little better. I love Williamson's run. By the way, Williamson Volume 3 comes out it's either July or November. Hold on, let me double check because I'm not sure when that is, but when is that coming out? Williamson's Flash Volume 3 is coming out on July 21st. July 21st is Williamson's Flash. By the way, The Flash by Jeff Johns Volume 3 is $65 on Amazon, guys. That's a great price. So it's probably cheaper on other sites. But for those that don't have any Flash omnibuses, that's pretty good. By the way, The Flash Volume 1 by Joshua Williamson is $77 on Amazon. That's a pretty good price. So it should be cheaper on other sites. Go check the other sites. But everybody should have those Flash books. Are so good. Let's see what we have here. Richard says, I discovered near mint condition when I came across his X-Men reading order video like 5 or 6 years ago, and I've been hooked ever since. You guys, yeah. Near mint condition is my favorite YouTube channel. It's not even close. It is not even close. I love it. I love Omar. I hope Omar will be a guest on my roundtable show. I'm just amazed by him. And I love that channel. And by the way, that's what Omar does for a living, is that channel. So I recommend everybody go there and support him. It's great. I am not only a contributor to some of his shows, but I'm even a member of his Patreon. I love his stuff that much, so I cannot plug it enough. By the way, not subscribing to Chubbyray Comics may cause spontaneous cape growth and uncontrollable monologuing. Absolutely. By the way, Richard said Captain America White. That's the one I forgot. Captain America White. Yeah, and I've never read Hulk Gray, though, so I can't recommend that until I get it. Just got the Grayson Omni delivered today. Awesome. I love, there's that great run. There's Nightwing by Dixon Compendiums. There's Nightwing Prince of Gotham by Kyle Higgins. There's Grayson by Tom Seeley. There's Nightwing by Tom Seeley, Rebirth era. And then you get Nightwing by Tom Taylor. There's no such thing as a bad Nightwing book. My favorite is Tom Taylor, but man, I'm telling you, a great. I meant amazing. By the way, Richard says, Ray, I did mean Secret Wars 2 Omnibus from the 80s because it's the only Marvel event Omni I'm missing in my... Oh, that's awesome. Do you have War of Kings Aftermath? Because, dude, War of Kings Aftermath is number 1 on my list. Number 1 on my list. I love it. Hello, everyone. Comics rule. That's Jose. Thanks, Jose. By the way, Gary D says, I haven't won anything either. Yeah, Gary D has not won anything. By the way, speaking of wins, I have people. These are books that have been won where I still have not gotten the address. Catfish. I still haven't gotten your address. The Collector YT. Cliff on Comics. Ivy Moon. I need your address. Cause 1915. Thor Odinson, Invincible Iron Man. Sizzle, Justice League. The Cheese, Aquaman. And Jules Orozco, Justice League Feature Day. You guys, I need you to get me your address because I'm only and hold on, I got this one. This is Jay Woods. This is Catfish right here. What was that? I guess I would do that one. Gracie Patrick. I got Batman Black Mirror for you. Let's see. And this one is, what is this one? Christopher Landon. You guys send me your addresses. ChubbyRayComics@gmail.com. And I'm only waiting so long, and then I'm going, and then that's not a giveaway. And then I have Dan Swinson. You guys get me your addresses, or I'm going to give those books away to somebody else. Love it. Ray, what's your most obscure book? Man, I don't know. How would you you mean the hardest to find? Obscure? I think I just held I think I held one up. X of Swords is very hard to find. I got a copy of it, and I know where another one is. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's pretty obscure. I've also got I don't know. I've got a ton of obscure books. Yeah, I don't know what the most obscure is, because to me they're not obscure. You know what I mean? Hello, Ray. Just finished reading DC Finest Suicide Squad. Great read. Would definitely recommend it if you haven't read it. I've got it. Have not read it. DP's giving a thumbs up to Rob. Chubman and Puggin versus Bookworm and Hairball. Yes, that's great. Driving home. I'll chat more when I'm home. Just glad to be here. Awesome, Jack. It's awesome, buddy. Imagine if Rucka and Perez never wrote Wonder Woman because they were men. Absolutely. That was my point, Rob. I can't believe there are some comic companies that won't allow a woman to write a man or a man to write a woman. I just think it's, I think it's ridiculous to say, well, because of you're only allowed to write your gender. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. A great writer's a great writer because they have a great mind. And as long as they feel empathy for their characters, they can create a world in which their character can thrive. That's just my take. I'm glad that Marvel gave Stephanie Phillips. They're giving her a shot, and I think she's going to excel. I really do. I think she's going to excel, and I'd like to see a woman. I would like to see a woman write Spider-Man. Get the biggest characters. Let a woman write Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Avengers. Let's see it. Come on. I think the biggest hero written by a woman on a regular arc was Mariko Tamaki on Detective Comics, and I think she killed it. It was so good. I just loved it. Gail Simone did Wonder Woman, but I'd love to see Gail Simone be given a shot at. She's got Uncanny X-Men now, which is really good, but I'd love to see her be given a shot at one of the big male characters, A great creator is a great creator. It doesn't matter. And I think, by the way, a creative person is creative. And I think remember when Kevin Smith wrote comics, how great they were? He did not come from the comic book, from the world of being a comic book creator. He came from the world of film, and they let him write a comic, and he ended up writing a pretty good comic. He had a Green Arrow run that was amazing. He had a Daredevil run that was amazing. I mean, he's written some fantastic books. There are people that, that give him, I think comic book companies need to give more people shots. I just picked up Duggan's X-Men Omni for peanuts. Is Krakoa stuff too hoity-toity, too prestige for people to follow? They get it out of order. Duggan is terraforming Mars before Ewing's awesome. Listen, I'm getting all of the X-Men Krakoa stuff. I'm getting all of it. I think it's awesome. So I'm getting everything. Griffin says, just finished Anya Senti's Daredevil's amazing. Just finished volume 1, and I put a pre-order for volume 2. Yeah, it's great. Ray, you might have answered this before, but what's your first omnibus? What omnibus means the most to you and why? Oh my God. Well, they all mean, all my omnibuses mean, my love for all omnibuses. I love them all. My first book was Green Lantern Volume 1 by Jeff Johns. House of M by Brian Michael Bendis. Spider-Man by David Michelinie and Mark Bagley, Volume 1. And why am I forgetting my fourth? And my fourth was, what was my fourth? I know I've said this before, but off the top of my head, I'm forgetting. It was what was it? I know Infinite Crisis was really early in my omnibus buying days. I don't know if that was in the top 4, but I definitely know House of M, Spider-Man, Green Lantern. And by the way, my first omnibus came in August of 2024. That's when I bought my first omnibus. You know what I mean? That was my first omnibus. August of 2024. And now, in March of 2026, I have pretty much every omnibus ever made. I love it. I can't remember. You guys, I've talked about it before. Maybe you guys remember. JMS Spidey was my introduction to superhero comics. Ultimate Micah, or is that Ultimate Mika? That's a fantastic start. John Romita Jr., my favorite artist. John Romita Jr. is great. He's great. But it was nice to see. But I liked Volume 2 because I got a chance to see Deodato and some different artists. I love John Romita Jr., but he's still there. I like seeing different, you know what I mean? I like seeing different people do stuff. Let's see. Meyer's in, guys. Meyer says, yo, what's up, Meyer? Wes is in saying, what's going on, Ray? How you doing, Wesley? JMS and John Romita Jr. Spider-Man's all-time favorite Spidey run. His work on that book solidified John Romita Jr. is my favorite. Yes, John Romita Jr. and his father are fantastic Spider-Man artists. They really, both of them are great. They're really fantastic. Ray, how do you alternate between reading current books and older runs? My reading is weird. I have, when I'm planning on doing a video, I have to read the subject matter. So there are books that I have to read, and then just books that I want to read. I'm currently reading Green Arrow Archer's Quest. In fact, I could be done with it now, but I had just a few pages to go, and I was so tired that I went to sleep last night. I'm finishing that up, and then I've got other books I'm going to read. I'll talk about one of them later, but I'm also reading several other books. I'm reading man. I'm reading a bunch of other books. Forgive me, I had to yawn. Yeah. So, and then I started reading a story I'll share with you. I started just browsing through a book, and it caught my attention. I'm like, oh, wow, this is really exceptional. I should read it. So I don't know, but plus I have to read, I have Titans to read, which I can't wait to read. I have Batman by Tynan Volume 2 to read. Haven't read it yet. So I'm very excited to read these books. I just haven't gotten a chance to yet. By the way, did I get a super chat? Oh, we got a gift. Christina sent another Chubbyray Comics membership. That's awesome. Thank you, Christina. Let's see who did she get this time. Congrats. Here we go. One in the many. That's great. Congratulations, one in the many. And let me know, because I got to put the winner sheets in, guys. You guys remember Chewy Queso? It was Chewy Queso was one. And one in the many. Hold on. Let me get your winner sheets. Let me get your winner sheets filled up before we start doing drawings. All right. One in the many. And Chewy Queso. All right. Both you guys are set up to go in. Let me get them in the by the way, last night my wife purchased a Tom had this suggestion after the show. Tom and I will talk after the show, and he gives me ideas and stuff. You guys, he gave me such a great idea last night. The Fantastic Four, this has got 70. This got 70. It's really getting filled up. It's got 70 different forms in it, right? So we need to move on. Tom made a suggestion last night, and my wife loved it so much, she immediately went and purchased what Tom suggested. And that was, I forgot what it's called, Tom. What do they call that thing? Here you go, chewy queso, one in the many. You guys have just gone in. I think it's great. And it's what it is it's one of those things you put and you roll and you know what I mean? I'm going to put all the usernames in, roll it, reach in and grab one. It's going to be really cool. I forgot what we call it, but that was Tom's suggestion. It was Tom's suggestion, and it's on the way. And she says it's showing up. I want to say it's showing up Tuesday or Wednesday. She got it from Amazon, so it'll be here soon, which I think is awesome. Made me very happy. Whatever they call that, we're getting rid of the Frosted Flakes cup because we're getting so many members, and we're gonna put it in the spinning thing. And so not bad. By the way, one of the many says, thank you so much for the membership, Christina. That's awesome. That's why we do it, guys. Christina says, you're welcome. I love it. That makes me so happy. By the way, Gary D, brother. Gary D giving a super chat. I'm really looking forward to the Green Lantern Rebirth Compendium Volume 2 coming out next week. Dude, I can't wait. That's the Sinestro War Compendium. Oh my God. I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be wonderful. Oh my God. It's delicious. I shouldn't be eating this, but my wife, look at this. My wife made cookies. Look at how perfect that cookie is. Oh my God. That's a perfect cookie. Look at that. That cookie is perfection. Oh my God. That's so worth the extra 20 minutes of workout I'm going to have to. Oh my God. Richard says, Ray, if you've read both versions of Blood Hunt, which version do you prefer? All right. I'm going to say something controversial. And you're going to think I'm crazy. I've read them both. They're the same book. However, am I crazy? They're the same book, but I like the regular better than the Red Band. I really, really enjoyed the regular book. And I was like, okay. With the Red Band book because the only thing they did is they showed blood. They showed blood in the Red Band book, and it did nothing for me. So might be a controversial opinion. I like the regular thing. I'm looking forward to the omnibus. I can't wait. My very first omnibus was War of the Realms. It was a lot to take in for my first time. Yeah. Those big books like that are hard, man. Have you read Man of Steel Volume 1? I don't think I've read all of it. I've read the Man of Steel. What's the one? Volume the one with the Legion story. The one with the Legion story is it's either volume 2 or 3. I've read that one, and it's very good. Yeah, but I don't have volume 4 because I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who has volume 4. Man of Steel is awesome. Yeah, Man of Steel stuff's good. And the only thing is, they're thick books, but they're not oversized like an omnibus, which is weird. Which Flash Omni would you recommend to start off with? Man, I would say Joshua Williamson's Volume 1 is a great starting point. I think it's great. I also like Jeff Johns' Volume 3 because it starts with Flash Rebirth. That's after Barry Allen comes back. Let's see. Tom says, thanks for supporting the channel with a super chat, Gary D. Yeah. Gary is awesome, brother. I like it. I like when I get those super chats. That's how we keep the show going. Those super chats. My first omnibus was New 52 Swamp Thing. It was great. South Force. I've got that. I've not read it yet, but I've got that. I will definitely read it. By the way, Timothy says Kevin Smith killed Daredevil's girlfriend. Bullseye helped. Yeah, it was crazy. But I hate this. I mean, I'm going to say it. I'm honest. I think Daredevil's a better character with her gone. I just, she was such a mess. And she was a tragic character. So we kind of knew it was going to be a bad ending for her. I mean, we knew during the Frank Miller run, you know what I mean? During the Frank Miller run, you could tell Karen Page was going to have a bad ending. You just couldn't figure out who they were going to let do it. And Kevin Smith was the guy they let do it. Griffin says, I know you love Batman by Tynion Omnibus. What makes them so great? Okay. There's something that happens. I don't want to give spoilers, but there's something that happens in Batman by Tynion Omnibus 1. There's something that happens that changes the status quo of the book. And I love the fact that Tynion and Tamaki wrote around it. They used it to advance their stories. I know this is strange, but yeah, I really enjoy. I liked the thing that happened was in a fantastic story that had a great twist in it, that had twists and turns in it. And it was, I love the fact that Tynion did that. I love the fact that Tynion turned Grifter from Wildcats into Lucius Fox's bodyguard. I love the way he wrote Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I loved how he created new characters like Punchline, Clown Hunter, Ghostmaker, the Designer. I loved everything that Tynion did. I'm such a fan. And that's why I'm so excited about reading volume 2. But I've read these in paperback before, but I'm such a fan. I just think Tynion's a great writer, and I think he remembers. His memory is better. Some writers write and they kind of forget when they're writing, so they never go back and close any holes. Tynion made sure everything. He made sure that everything made sense, and it carried on after he was gone. So I love his run so much. I really do. I believe I was picking up a lot of singles in the 80s, but I really got serious with the original Secret Wars. Carl, another fan of Secret Wars. Another Secret Wars fan. We've had 2 original Secret Wars fans in tonight. That's great. They're trying to figure out what the name of that thing was. Tom says it was a spinner. It was some kind of spinner for names. Logan says, you mean a tombola? Yeah, I'm going to call it the tombola. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah, it's like a bingo roller. Yeah. No, but it's called our tombola. That's great. Yep. Tom said Big Q's right. It's a bingo roller. But you guys, it's perfect. My wife ordered it. It's going to be in this week. And you roll it and you're going. I mean, I can't wait. Because now our membership now is at, let me double check what our membership is at. The memberships are at 80. Oh my God. Are we over 80? Is that real? Holy crap. We are over 80 members. Holy shit. You guys. Wow. How did that happen? I can't. I swear to God, when I started this channel, when they monetized me, they gave me here, they said, you're monetized. Here's your choices. And I was explaining to my wife, because my wife is my biggest, I don't make a lot of decisions without running them by her. And her mind works in such a way. She's just really smart. You know what I mean? So I don't do a lot of things without running them by her. And so I said, hey, they gave me these choices and they said I could do blah, blah, blah. One of the things is memberships. And I said, I really want to do it, but I would feel like a failure if I don't get 10. So I want to at least get 10. And my wife said, oh, you're going to get more than 10. And I said, I don't think so. I said, I don't think I'll get 10. I said, I'll feel like a failure if people could see that I have less than 10 members. And my wife said, she goes, no, trust me, you're going to definitely get more than 10. In my head, to know that I wasn't expecting to get 10 members, and now to see that we're approaching 100. Oh my God, that blows my mind. I'm telling you, my mind is blown. The fact we've got 81 members, holy shit, I'm just blown away by it, guys. I really am. I'm just blown away by it. That is unbelievable. By the way, Van Bergen says, just dropping in to say hi, Ray. Hope all is well. Read some Hellboy, folks. Mignola's Finest. Love your channel. Thanks, man. I want to get Mignola's Hellboy. I've never gotten it. I'm going to take your advice and get it. I got to read it. By the way, Aaron says, you should sign Frosted Flakes Bowl and make it the first giveaway with the new spinner. Yeah, nobody's going to want the stupid Frosted Flake Bowl. The Frosted Flake Bowl is going in the garbage because it's used. You guys, I eat my breakfast out of these bowls. In fact, what I've been eating lately is, I don't know what's wrong with me, but here's what I've been eating lately is Rice Krispies. I eat non-sugared Rice Krispies during my morning show, and I love them. I'm going to take my wife for a drive tomorrow just so we can go to the store to buy more because I love the unsweetened Rice Krispies. They're fat-free. You know what I mean? They're great for me. I'm really excited for that as well. The compendiums are worth picking up because they have issues not in John's. Yes, I know. Or Tomasi's. Like the first compendium had all the ion stuff. It's great. I think that's great, man. We need everything. I'm a completionist. I want everything collected. And I love the fact the compendiums have more and they're mapped better. But here's what I don't like. Because now I have to own Green Lanterns Volume 1 Omnibus, and I have to own Green Lantern Compendium Volume 1. Makes me crazy. Ray, I do have War of Kings Aftermath Omni. I got it about 3 years ago from Cheap Graphic Novels in their Nick Index. Oh, shit. Dude, I am so jealous. I'm so jealous. That's my number one. That's my number one reprint. My number one in the reprint poll. I'll tell you, I'm going to give you that spoiler right now. It's War of Kings Aftermath. I've been wanting that book forever. I have War of Kings Prelude. I have War of Kings. War of Kings Aftermath is one of the books I don't have. I know this comes as a shock, but I have almost every omnibus that Marvel and DC have ever put out. And the other book I'm looking for is the hardcover to Rising Stars, the Rising Stars omnibus. Although it's not called that technically, but it's a hardcover of Rising Stars. And I bought it on eBay. I got a really good deal for it because that goes for a lot of money. I got a really good deal on it. I bought it. And when it was delivered, the package was opened and the book was gone. Now the guy insured the mail. So I got my money back. But I lost the book and I haven't been able to find it again. That drove me nuts. I hated that. Basically anything Red Band Marvel is doing to add violence, Blood Hunt included. Yeah. It's just, it didn't, for me, I like the original much better. Richard said Blood Hunt Omnibus is going to be a big one. I can't wait. I love Blood Hunt. Loved it. By the way, Rob says he has Man of Steel Volume 4. Wow. Holy shit, dude. How'd you get that? That's great. Oren's in saying, hey, everybody, got here late. I even clicked to be notified and missed the beginning because I was cooking dinner. On the bright side, I have amazing spaghetti. You guys, my wife ordered spaghetti from this restaurant where I live. The other day, the spaghetti was so freaking good. I've been thinking about that spaghetti. Since the night we had it. That's how good it was. I love when you get good spaghetti like that. You know what I mean? Where it's always on your mind. We went comic shopping up in Chicago, and we stopped at this place in Chicago called, where was it? It was in one of the suburbs. And it was called Antico Pasto or something. They had this bolognese sauce that was out of this world. But it was somewhere up there. It was near a mall that my wife wanted to go to. So I dropped her and my daughter off at the mall, and I went comic shopping. But they had this bolognese sauce. It was unbelievable. I loved it. Griffin says, Kevin Smith writing Daredevil is mostly bad, in my opinion. Most of the book is controversial, but without that run, Soul's run is totally different. And he used the death of Karen Page a lot. Yeah, I think, and my point was, I like the fact that Marvel was giving a creative person a chance to write a comic. You know, they're like, okay, you're a writer, so let's give you a shot to write a comic. And I really like that. That was my point. But obviously Marvel was setting up the death of Karen Page as far back as the Frank Miller run. You know what I mean? She's a tragic hero. She's always been a tragic hero. And we knew she was going to die. I just noticed I got the wrong logo up there. We knew she was going to die. And I just think it was odd that it was Kevin Smith was the one that they let do it. You know? Logan says he's got to bounce. It's been fun as always. Take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you again to you and your wife for the book. Oh, probably no problem, Logan. Later, Dwayne. I love it. Yeah. I love that bon appetit means good appetite and enjoy your meal. I do have a good appetite and I will definitely enjoy my meal. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm talking about when you get those meals that taste so good, you start thinking, you're like, oh, I can't wait till I can eat it next time. That's a good meal. My wife's making Mexican chicken tonight, which is one of my favorite meals. I'm very excited about it. One of my local comic shops had a pop-up meeting with Jeremy Clark, who inked a cover of Punchline 1, and I was lucky enough to get a signed copy of it. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Dude, I just put Batman Detective Comics Volume 1, The Neighborhood, in YouTube, and your vid from 11 months ago is the first video that comes up. I'm telling you, Mariko Tamaki's Detective Run is one of my favorite omnibuses of all time. I loved that omnibus. And I'll tell you something, DP, if you get that omnibus, the Dan Mora art, let me show you. The Dan Mora art in that Mariko Tamaki's, the Dan Mora art in Mariko Tamaki's run is so freaking good. I mean, this is the cover. Look at that art. It is exceptional, man. It is exceptional. I'm such a fan of Dan Mora. His art is so freaking good. Look at that. God damn. I think Dan Mora's one of the best. I just think he's great. I told you my top 3, Jorge Jimenez, Dan Mora, Marco Cacchetto. I love these. They're all Latin men like myself, except they have talent. I love Dan Mora's art. And the story is so good. I'm a huge fan. Mariko Tamaki's omnibus is fantastic. Everyone should own it. Really. I mean, and I think right now it's down in price. Cheeky Chicken says, Ray, what are your top 3 favorite Tom Taylor runs? Well, let's see. What do I love about Tom Taylor? Well, number one, his Nightwing run, his Nightwing stuff is fantastic. I love Taylor's Nightwing run. I love Taylor on the Titans. I'll tell you what I love Taylor on is Detective. His run on Batman Detective is exceptional. It's really good. And I also, if you guys ever read Earth 2, the Earth 2 book, Omnibus just came out. But Earth 2 was started by James Robinson. And eventually Taylor picked it up. And the later Earth 2 stuff is sensational. I would have to go with Earth 2. Now his X-23 stuff is, I mean, he's done some amazing stuff. Taylor has written some amazing books, but I think those are my faves right there. I love Tom Taylor. He's one of my favorite. In fact, if I see something was written by Taylor and I haven't read it, I'll buy it immediately just because Tom Taylor wrote it. I think he's that good. 100 members episode special with guest host Comics and Tortillas. I don't know where Comics and Tortillas is. He hasn't mentioned anything in the chat. If he comes into the chat room, guys, I will definitely send him a co-host invite. You know what I mean? By the way, DP, that omnibus is $70 on Amazon. That's all it is, $70. That's amazing. Jose says it's because who you are, Ray. Pretty soon that membership is going to double. Oh, I can't imagine. I can't even imagine it doubling, but you're very kind. That means the world to me that you guys say that. Ray, I got to bounce. I already showed that one. Diz at Large says, just finished the Button story after last night's praise. Isn't it good? Diz at Large, isn't the Button sensational? I think it is a masterful story. It really is. It is written by Joshua Williamson and Tom King, but you would swear it was written by Jeff Johns. It's so good, and the art in it is sensational. I'm such a fan of that book. Daredevil's my favorite character, but he's a character that seems to hinge on the writer more than any other. Is that why I dig him best? All over the place, but grounded in Murdoch. I tell you, I think Matt Murdock's such an interesting character in the fact that he's so religious, but yet he bangs anything that moves, man. That guy hooks up with everybody. Wow. Timothy says the Green Lantern Compendium is sold out on Amazon. Not volume 2, right? Oh my God, that's crazy. By the way, Christina said they had spaghetti for dinner and she made it. So of course it was, look at, nothing like some good spaghetti. We love it. By the way, Rob says he picked up all 4 volumes of Man of Steel when it was released on in-stock trades. About a year later, he took a shelfie and someone mentioned flexing volume 4. And that's when I found out it was out of print. I would have loved to have. I wish I had volume 4. That's one of those books I don't have. That's great. Good for you, Rob. That's a great story. I'm just a Superman fan, so I was buying up anything Superman. That's the best way to get stuff. That's why I buy everything. Oren says, Christina, your spaghetti is not as good as his. He has a recipe combining 2 old family recipes. It's his take on Italian-American immigrant spaghetti with an amazing bolognese sauce. I'd love to break bread with you. Oh, my God, Oren. I'd love to get your bolognese recipe. I love a good bolognese sauces. Oh, my God. Christina says, please explain the difference between compendium and an omnibus. Okay. An omnibus is an oversized, thick book. All right. Yeah, this is an omnibus. This is the Batman omnibus. All right. This is Road to No Man's Land. All right. And this, I'll grab, I don't have any compendiums in here, but let me grab as close to a compendium as I can. Here, Greenland, Circle of Fire. All right. This is basically a compendium. It's thick. They're usually a little bit thicker than this, and it's comic sized. So it's a lot smaller. Like the omnibus is tall. You can't see that. Here, an omnibus is taller than a compendium. Compendiums are shorter than an omnibus, and they're soft cover. Compendiums are paperback, where an omnibus is hardcover. That's the difference. There you go. There's the difference. Do you say Mexican chicken? What exactly is that? It's all right. My wife she shreds it. She cooks chicken, and it's a cumin. It's a bunch of stuff. She puts a bunch of stuff. But what she does is after she bakes the chicken, she shreds it. She shreds the chicken from the bone, right? And then she puts it in a thick frying pan on a low temperature, and she puts cumin and tomatoes and just all kinds of different stuff in it. And I can't even say what all because I don't even know what all the seasonings are, but it's heavy garlic and heavy cumin, and it tastes so good. And my wife simmers it to where it's just kind of it's in the liquid, sort of boiling or whatever, and eventually the chicken absorbs all of the flavored liquid. And then there's tortillas. My wife also makes a rice, and she makes a flavored rice, and then she serves there's the rice, and then there's the chicken, and there's tortillas. And what you do is you take the tortillas, you load them with the chicken, and then you cover it in cheese, and then you eat, and it is fantastic. And it is my wife's own recipe. And you guys, I have told her for years that I could start a food cart with that freaking recipe and sell out of chicken every day within an hour. It's so good. Her Mexican chicken is sensational. So yes, Ray, I just decided to upgrade my standard hardcovers for the Tamaki Detective Omnibus. It will be here tomorrow. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Tamaki Detective Omnibus is one of the best omnibuses I own. I love it. Jack Soul says, did you watch Super Friends or read DC Finest? I watched Super Friends when I was a kid. I hated it though, because it was so cheesy. And I was a comic book fan watching it going, damn it, make it more comic-like. You know what I mean? I don't want stupid jokes. I want, Robin is not in the Justice League. So I would get angry when I watched Super Friends. I would get mad. And anybody in their 50s who watched Super Friends when they were a little kid, because I was young when Super Friends came out. Anybody who watched it, anyone who watched it, you know what I'm talking about. You would get angry. DB says, I can afford, I'm not sure I can afford the omnibus, but is Mariko's Detective Comics, The Neighborhood, the paperback you just showed, a complete arc on its own? Yeah, the Neighborhood is the first arc of Mariko Tamaki's omnibus. That's the first arc. Is called The Neighborhood. It's something happens to Batman and Tynan's run, and so Batman has to move, and he moves to this neighborhood inside Gotham, and he moves to a brownstone, and he meets all his neighbors. He meets the neighbors, and one of them gets murdered. And it was after they had this big party, and he meets all these people at the party, and one of them ends up murdered. And the cop with the new police commissioner, I'm not going to give a spoiler, but they arrest Bruce Wayne and question him. I guess, and then maybe they don't arrest him. They hold him and question him and stuff. And then the person who dies, their father is this big gangster guy. And I'm telling you, the neighborhood's a great story. We also meet the character of Deb Donovan in Tamaki's run. Deb Donovan is a reporter who works at the Gotham Gazette. I'm telling you, it's a great, great book. You will love it. Mariko Tamaki's omnibus is great. The first arc is called The Neighborhood. You'll like it, DP. Trust me, it's very good. And by the way, Oren says, I'm making a Mariko Tamaki reading list. Absolutely. Mariko Tamaki is great. Dan Morrow, one of the best current working artists. Not only is he great, but his workload and ability to get so much done in a month is unbelievable. I love Dan Morrow. If you go back to if I could only keep 5 current artists, he's on that list. I love him. I just think he's great. Oren says, Ray, you're going to double the membership. You'll get to 160. Oh, thanks, man. I couldn't imagine that. I really can't imagine it. Ray, if you had a Mount Rushmore for the women of DC and Marvel characters, who would make each Mount Rushmore? Oh, the women. Let's see. DC. Let me start with DC. Of course, it's Wonder Woman would be number 1. Come on, it's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, Black Canary. I think Black Canary is a sensational character. Batgirl, Barbara Gordon for me. And because I'm such a Legion fan, I'd have to say Saturn Girl. Saturn. How do you not put Imra Ardeen on the Mount Rushmore? For those of you that don't read Legion, I'm sorry. You're missing out on sensational characters. But maybe someone else would say Huntress. But not me. Of course, you know who else is good? Power Girls. Power Girl's very cool. I like Power Girl a lot. There's a bunch of female characters. Both Fire and Ice are pretty cool. I'm just looking around. I'm looking around and there's a ton of great female characters. But my top 4, Wonder Woman, Black Canary, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, and Imra and Saturn Girl. That's my top 4. That's my Mount Rushmore. Marvel female superheroes, Mount Rushmore. Black Widow, it's got to be. Black Cat. I love Black Cat. Jean Grey, I love Jean Grey. Not a big Phoenix fan, but I love Jean Grey. And number 4, I don't want to pick Storm because she's so obvious, but Storm's really cool. Maybe Silver Sable, because I'm trying not to pick another, but Silver Sable's cool. However, man, it's hard to not pick 4 X-Men because X-Men has amazing female characters. You know what I mean? How do I not pick Storm? Have you ever read Astonishing X-Men? Have you ever read Astonishing X-Men? Astonishing X-Men has a female character take a bullet, and she has the ability to bring a bullet all the way through the earth. I'm not going to spoil anything, but X-Men has amazing female characters. They really do, but I'm trying to only pick one. So I'll go Black Cat, Black Widow, Jean Grey, and Captain Marvel. I'll go there. There's my women right there. There's my women. Were there any writers that are new to the scene or that are not popular yet that you love or think will be popular in a few years? Well, Dennis Camp is new and he's He's amazing. Who else is new and amazing? Shit. There's a lot of guys doing there's a lot of guys doing great stuff. I'm looking just to remind myself now of some great characters. Tate Bromball is good. He's new. He'll be good. There's the good thing is new guys don't get the big time books. You have to look at some of the more obscure characters, because that's where the new guys get shots. You know what I mean? They're not giving Batman to new writers, or Superman, or Spider-Man, or Daredevil. Although I think it's great that Stephanie Phillips got Daredevil. I think that's sensational. But off the top of my head, that's a couple. That I have. That's a couple that I got. Let's see. Matt Murdock, root rat, in case you don't know, slang term for someone who sleeps with everyone they can. Yeah, Matt has some fun. I went through my Matt Murdock era, and I'm not proud of it, but I've been there. I think we've all been there. Aaron says Amazon had the Rebirth Compendium for $32, so I bid on it, but it won't get here till between April 1st and the 29th. You're talking about the Nightwing, Tim Seeley one? It's a good book, man. Timothy Abbey says, you know what's partially bad? The poor souls with a problem think that an Omni that's $70 is a great deal. Well, but I'm telling you, there are some books that are going for $150. If you get it for $70, it's a good deal. But you've got to look around when it comes to omnibuses. You got to look around. I told you earlier, you can get Jeff Johns' Aquaman, which is one of the best omnibuses ever made. I love Jeff Johns' omnibus. You can get it for $40 flipping dollars. You can get it for $40, man. $40. That's crazy. That's nuts. Damn. Name your top 3 Jeff Johns books. Ray, bet you'll sweat. You're damn right I'll sweat from it. Top Jeff Johns books. Green Lantern Volume 1 is one of the best books ever written. I think it's that sensational, guys. Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run will go down in history as one of the best books ever written. Okay. Now this is me because I'm a Legion fan and because I'm such a Jeff Johns mark. I'll show you a book. Superman and the Legion of Superheroes by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank is sensational. It is sensational. It's another one of my Jeff Johns favorites. I love it. I'm such a fan. I love it. And then number 3, I know it's a new book, but God, I love it. It's just one of my favorite books of all time. It's already moved up the chart. Number 3 would be Red Coat. I think Jeff Johns' Red Coat is bigger than comics. I think Jeff Johns' Red Coat is up there with Marty McFly, Indiana Jones, Han Solo. I think he's iconic. Simon Pure, Red Coat, I think is an iconic United States hero. I love, if you have not read Redcoat, I cannot stress enough how much you will love Redcoat. It is one of the most sensational, magnificent, amazing, fantastic books ever. I love it. I love it that much. But also, the stuff that Jeff Johns wrote during the Superman New Krypton saga is sensational. I love Infinite Crisis. To me, is the best event omnibus ever made. Jeff Johns wrote it. Flashpoint's amazing. Green Lantern Rebirth, Flash Rebirth, unbelievably great. Jeff Johns is the greatest. His Hawkman run. Oh my God, his Hawkman stuff is sensational. His JSA. Oh my God. The thing with Jeff Geiger's amazing. The thing with Jeff Johns is you get a smaller list when the list is name a bad book that Jeff Johns wrote, because I can't put any books on it. I love Jeff Johns that much. I think his writing is sensational. And the thing about Jeff Johns, his script writing, the TV that he's written, the movie scripts he's written, that's why I think this Redcoat movie is going to be amazing. The guy's brain, his brain just works different from the rest of us. I think he might be the most creative person alive. I think he's on a Paul McCartney level of creativity. I say Paul McCartney because Paul McCartney has been doing it for almost 70 years. Almost 70 years. Paul McCartney has been writing amazing songs. Even the new songs, he writes new songs. They're amazing. His brain is different from the rest of us. I think Jeff Johns has that. I think Jeff Johns has that special thing, you know what I mean? That only so many of us have. There's only so many people alive that have ever had that ability to share their creativity in a way that that moves us all. I think Jeff Johns has that. I really do. I was saying the spaghetti you had from that restaurant wasn't as good as mine. I wasn't making a dig at Christina's spaghetti. Also, to be clear, I was just teasing. I don't want to diss anyone. Unless you're a Boom and you release a standard size thick 20-issue paperback and call it an omnibus. Yeah, that's not an omnibus. That's not an omnibus is hardcover. By the way, Oren says my wife's Mexican chicken recipe sounds delicious. I need to come over and sit down at your dinner table. Yeah, the only thing, but Oren lives in Oren, where do you live in? One of the Carolinas, right? It was somewhere like that. And we live in Illinois, so. However, to anybody across the United States, I invite you to come to our hometown. You come to our town in Springfield, Illinois. You take a tour of the Illinois state capitol, which is, it's the biggest capital in the world. It's the biggest capital in the United States. It's bigger than the U.S. Capitol, and it's bigger than any other capital in the country. It's amazing. And there's a very nice, very attractive young tour guide that will take you on your tour. And then when you're in Springfield, you could come over and tour the library and yeah, you can hang out and definitely come over for dinner. Anybody that comes to Springfield, you let me know. You got to take a tour. You take a tour of the Capitol, and that tour guide, by the way, is my daughter. And she is sensational. Timothy says Bendis X-Men. Bendis's X-Men is sensational. Bendis's New Avengers, one of my favorite omnibuses of all time. Dan Moore is this generation's Jim Lee. He's one of the absolute best. I love it. Yeah. And I love Jim Lee too, guys. Jim Lee is my favorite all-time artist. Dan Mora in my top 5 current artists. I love it. Let me see. Birds of Prey by Gail Simone. Yeah. Oh my, isn't it? You know what I want? This is what I want from Gail Simone, but I don't have. Gail Simone's Wonder Woman. I've got, what do I have? I've got the DC Finest. I think it's DC Finest is what it's on. I've got either DC Finest or a paper. Let me see what the hell. Or if I have. It must be Finest because my DC Finest are in the other room and I'm not seeing it. But Gail Simone Wonder Woman, I have wanted that omnibus forever. Can't get it. It's out of print. You know, I can't get it. But her Birds of Prey run is awesome. Volume 1. By the way, Volume 2 is coming out this year. Can't wait to get it. Southmore says, have you read any Mark Waid's Flash run? Yeah. I've got Mark Waid's Flash run. I've got the paperbacks of it. Here's some of the paperbacks. By the way, this is a hard one to find. This is Mark Waid and Salvador La Roca, Terminal Velocity. This is Wally West Flash. And I've got a bunch of Mark Waid paperbacks. And of course I have all of his omnibuses. So yeah, Mark Waid's Flash is sensational. The only reason that I don't put him at the top of my list is it's Wally West. Mark Waid only wrote Wally West books. He didn't write Barry Allen. That he never wrote, and I'm a Barry Allen guy. So that's why I didn't, that's why I don't name him off, top of my head. So, but I like Mark Waid's Flash, and I've never opened an omnibus though. I read the paperbacks, but if you look over there behind me, you see the Mark Waid Flash run. It's at the very top of that shelf. Volume 1, 2, and 3. Then I've got Jeff Johns Volume 1, 2, and 3. Then I've got Flashpoint. Then I've got Joshua Williamson Volume 1 and 2. Yeah, Flash might be the best, might be the most collected character in collected edition. It's amazing. Let's see. Laconima says must be cheaper than $70. I think you can find if you search, you can find omnibuses at a great price. You can see books at a great price. This at Large says Matter Eater Lad will forever be on my comic Mount Rushmore. Dude, Matter Eater Lad, sensational. What a great character. Matter Eater Lad, which is insane. You guys probably don't know who Matter Eater Lad is, but I love Matter Eater Lad. By the way, Radical Squadron says Kitty Pryde did that. I was trying not to give the spoiler, but yes, Kitty Pryde, she did pass a bullet through Earth. I love it. But like I said, I didn't want to name all X-Men. I wanted to split it up. So that's why I went with Jean Grey as my one X-Men on the list. And I went with Captain Marvel as the other. I always thought Angela Bassett should have played Storm in the films. Yeah. I think she was too old, though, when they made them. Because, Hollywood's ageist, man. Hollywood does not like people over 40. And I think she was over 40 when they made it. Griffin says Wanda's not on that. No, she wasn't. No. I still haven't forgiven Wanda for House of M. I'm sorry. I'm still yet to forgive her. I'm yet to forgive her. Radical Squadron says Kitty's ability was pushed to its absolute, yes, to its absolute win. Am I the only one? I bet Radical Squadron, I bet he agrees. Kitty Pryde, I thought she was the star of Astonishing X-Men. Some people think Cyclops, and Cyclops is great in Astonishing X-Men. Josh Whedon's Astonishing X-Men, to me, Kitty Pryde was the star of it. I think she was sensational, man. She was so good. I thought she was great. I loved Kitty Pryde in that Astonishing X-Men run. And with her and Colossus on the ship, oh my God. It's that book. That's an omnibus. That's an omnibus everyone should own, by the way. That's another great omnibus everyone should own. Radical Squadron says, anyone heard of Fallen Angel? Anyone heard of it? My Fallen Angel. I know the Poison song. Halle Berry wasn't convincing as Storm for me. Yeah, she was all right, but you know, she's over 40 now, so I wonder if she's in this latest Marvel movie, because they do seem to have, look at when Black Widow was going to turn 40, they got rid of her. I'm just saying, Scarlett Johansson, she's no longer in the movies. They don't like women over 40. Call me crazy. I'm just using facts. Just ordered myself DC versus Marvel Omnibus and Super Friends DC Finest off Amazon. The DC versus Marvel Omnibus 50% off. That's awesome, dude. Good for you. I don't question anyone's orders. I say order it all, guys. Ray, I hope all is well. All is well with Mega Man. And Mega Man, is it Chris? I can't remember the name, but my wife told me to make sure you're getting your books. The books that you've won, you've gotten them, right? Because you're in New York City. He's got this address. And my wife, he's won twice already. And my wife, every time she goes, she says, make sure that is your last name Russo? Make sure Mr. Russo gets his books. And I don't know who the hell she's talking about. I'm like, who the hell is that? And I have to go look to see who that is. But let me know if you're getting your books, because my wife was concerned. By the way, Cheeky Chicken wants to know if Chester has tried eating. No, Chester is not allowed to eat cookies because Chester has allergies. But I'll tell you, he'd like one. And especially this cookie's so good. Oh my God. It's so, oh God, man. Oh my God. Aaron says there's a Green Lantern Rebirth Compendium for $32. Pretty sure it's being shipped from OA. But yeah, well, listen, good for you, Aaron. Aaron, congratulations, buddy. You'll love it. It's good. It's one of my favorite. I've got it. I love it. Oh my God. You guys, that cookie is so freaking, oh. That cookie, and my wife is good looking too. Son of a bitch. I got to tell you. And by the way, this is all I've eaten of the cookie. I've taken 2 small bites. This, for those of you that wonder why I went from 600 pounds to 270 or whatever the hell I am now, that's why, because this is it. This is all I've had, and it's so good. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me eat some crumbs. And I'll save the rest for next show or something. Oh my God, it's good. Ray, who are your favorite old school writers pre-2000? All right. Paul Levitz. I love Paul Levitz. Marv Wolfman. I love Marv Wolfman. J. Michael Straczynski. Love J. Michael Straczynski. David Michelinie. Love David Michelinie. His Spider-Man and Iron Man stuff is so sensational. Peter David. And Brad Meltzer. I love Brad Meltzer. Brad Meltzer's a novelist, but man, his comic book stuff is so good. It's so good. I think he's great. Cheeky Chicken says, Orin, his Superman, Jeff Johns, Orin, his Superman Brainiac is also amazing. Yeah, his Superman Brainiac is amazing. And just like I said, just like Orin saying, I can't think of a single Jeff Johns story. I just like, yeah, Jeff Johns is amazing. By the way, Tom says, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and become a channel member. Members get perks and automatic entry into giveaways. Share the videos to help more people discover this channel. That would mean the world. Griffin says, hey, I've been to Peoria, Illinois. Dude, Peoria, I lived in Peoria, Illinois. Peoria, Illinois is one of my favorite places I've ever lived. We lived in Peoria, Illinois in the early 90s. There's a comic book shop there called Acme Comics. It's one of the best comic shops in America. I love it. Peoria, Illinois is a great town. It's the home of Bradley University. I love Peoria, Illinois. It is one of my favorite places I've ever lived. Tom says, not only have I been to dinner with Ray and his wife, but Christina allowed him to be there too. Or Christina allowed him to be there. Yeah, okay. Ray and Chrissy are both top-notch folks. Thank you, Tom. That's very nice of you. Griffin says, I got to Chicago this summer. I got to go to Chicago this summer. Let's meet at one of the big LCSs there in Omni Hunt. It just depends. If it's a weekend that I'm around, if it's a weekend I got nothing to do, I might go. Somebody's talking to me about going to, is it C2E2? I'm not going to name names, but somebody's is trying to talk me into going to the Chicago convention. And I'm like, my channel's still pretty small. And they're like, no, dude, your channel's really big. You should go. And I'm like, so I don't know. I think I got to wait a year or so, but it was nice that my name was mentioned in a group of YouTube creators they'd like to go. That was cool to be mentioned that, but I just don't think I'm ready yet. I might have to wait a year. The Gear Manga or Gear Mongo, I personally can't get behind Dan Mora. He draws well, but I find his art to be stoic at best. Wow. I'll tell you what. I don't disagree with a lot of comments, but man, I love Dan Mora. I think Dan Mora is great, but it's an opinion. So opinions are subjective. But I feel for you, man. I think everybody should love that guy. Oren says Mark Waid does a great job capturing the classic retro feel of comic characters. Yeah. DP says, have you read Daredevil Concrete Jungle Epic Collection? I have not. I've got it. What are your favorite Barry Allen stories? Well, I love Barry Allen in the original Crisis is amazing. Barry Allen Rebirth, the Flash Rebirth that Jeff Johns wrote is amazing. Flashpoint is probably the best of all time. The Button is, I just gave that away last night. The Button is sensational. The Dastardly Deeds of the Rogues is great. There's so many. Joshua Williamson, the entire run. Joshua Williamson's entire run is sensational. I'm such a fan. Such a fan. By the way, Cranable says, nice seeing you again, Ray. Thanks, Cranable. Appreciate it. Become a member. Cranable, become a subscriber. I love it. LP says, I think Emma's one-liners were worthy of an omnibus all by themselves. Absolutely. But not on my Mount Rushmore. Yes, Chris, Long Island, actually. I was actually going to email you later about that. Yes. Did you get your books? Because I think she sent 2 of them. And my wife told me to ask you if you've gotten your books. But I think one just, she just sent one. But the other one she sent a while ago. She wanted me to make sure that you got them, Chris. So I wanted to make sure that you did get them. By the way, there's a guy from Long Island with Chris's last. I think it's your last name. And I am such a fan of this guy. He's one of my favorite writers. It's not comic book writing, but the guy had, I think he had your last name, and he's from Rhode Island, and he's from Long Island. I don't think I'm confusing myself, but I wanted to ask you if you're related to him, but I don't. That's such a weird question. But I'm going through my email trying to find your email so I can. And of course, it's taken me forever to find it. But oh well. I did what my wife asked me. I wanted to find out whether you got the books or not. Right? He says literally just over the city line. Yeah, my wife wanted to make sure you got them, so let me know. Thanks for asking, Ray. You're the man. Please thank the missus too. So, but you did get them? Did he say if you got them? He said, yes. Oh, you're saying yes, you got them. Or no, you're saying yes, your name's Chris and you're Long Island. I was actually going to email you later about that. And you live just over the city line. Okay. And he said, thanks for asking. I'll tell my wife that you asked, but I want to know if you got them or not. Ray's doing a what about Bob with the yeah, man, my mind not working. Tom says Brad Meltzer is one of the nice. I love Brad Meltzer. Would you like to see Blue Beetle more on the Titans or solo series? I'd love this. I love the Blue Beetle movie. I thought that movie was sensational, man. That's my new word tonight. You notice I'm saying sensational a lot? Coyley's probably getting drunk off it. I think it's great. Dan Mora is a beast. I love his art. Yeah. I could pull out his World's Finest stuff. His World's Finest and Justice League stuff is amazing. His Superman. The Superman stuff is good. Ray, what would your top 3 Marvel movies be? All right, top 3 Marvel movies. Infinity War. No Way Home. Iron Man. Fantastic Four. Very close at number 4. Captain America, First Avenger. Oh, that's got to be on the list. All right, let's do Captain America, First Avenger, Infinity War, Iron Man 1. Sorry, Spider-Man. You're kicked off. You're ticked off, buddy. By the way, JD says, who draws the best Spider-Man in your humble opinion? The greatest Spider-Man artist of all time, in my humble opinion. Spider-Man has had the best artist in the history of comic books. All right. Best artist. But my personal favorite Spider-Man was drawn by, how can you pick anybody? Sorry for showing my stomach. How can you pick anybody but Todd McFarlane? With Todd McFarlane changed the game. His Spider-Man was so amazing. I'm just trying to pull some pictures up. Look at this. Look at this. This is his Spider-Man. That's Todd McFarlane. God damn. I got to be honest. I think here's Spider-Man and Venom. Oh my God. Look at that. I think McFarlane's amazing. But there's that run. There's that run of artists. There's McFarlane, Larson, and Bagley. Holy crap. We got them all 3 in a row. All 3 in a row. Look at this. You can't get much better. Look at that. God, McFarlane's stuff is amazing. I love Todd McFarlane. McFarlane Spider-Man, gotta be. But Eric Larson, Mark Bagley are sensational. Mark Deodato, John Romita Jr. So many great artists. There are really so many great artists. Marco Cacchetto, his Spider-Man that he's done in Ultimate Spider-Man has been unbelievably great. All right. Top 3 Marvel films for me: Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Endgame. We're talking shows. Daredevil's 1,000,000%. On there with Loki and maybe Wonder Man. Wasn't Wonder Man fun? That's a great list. A top 5 would have been easier. Is Grant Morrison's JLA a good place to start reading Justice League stories, or is Legends and International a greater place to start? JLA is a very good place. But for me, I think the best Justice League run is Jeff Johns' 52. Jeff Johns' New 52 run, volume 1 and 2, are the best Justice League omnibuses. Followed by Justice League Bronze. Love Justice League Bronze. And I love and the Scott Snyder, James Tynion stuff's very good. Then you got Grant Morrison. Then I would put last. Oh, I'll tell you what, Brad Meltzer's Brad Meltzer's Justice League, the Lightning Saga. Oh, that might go number 2. That was so good. So good. Brian Hitch has got to be last. And I love Brian Hitch, but I thought Dwayne McDuffie's run was very good on Justice League. There's so many great Justice League runs. There's no such thing as a bad Batman run. There's no such thing as a bad Justice League run. They're always good. All right, let's get to some giveaways, guys. Let's get to some giveaways. And then I hear my daughter's voice, so it's got to be getting close to dinner time because she was coming over to eat. All right. Let's here's our giveaways tonight for members. Our giveaways for members. History of the DC Universe by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. History of the DC Universe, Volume 1, Volume 2. You win both of these because it is, it's a rundown of everything that's happened in DC Comics. And it's a very cool book to own. It's a very, very cool book to own. And of course, Legion of Superheroes, end of Volume 2, Legion of Superheroes are in there, which makes it very cool. But anyway, it's a timeline of all of DC. That's going to be a giveaway for members. All right, put that right here. Giveaway number 2. This will be for everybody. Mighty Avengers Secret Invasion. This is Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. And it is a great book. It really is a good book. All right. Cheeky Chicken says, Ray says no such thing as a bad Batman run, but All-Star Batman and Robin exists. Yeah, no, you're right. All-Star Batman and Robin is dog shit. That's my one Batman book that I hate. In fact, I'm going to give it away. I'm giving it away for 5,000 subscribers. I'm giving that to somebody. I'm doing a absolute, and I'm not, I've got a really cool prize coming for 5,000 subscribers. Really cool prize coming up. Griffin says, I'm really hoping for Mighty Avengers. I'd love a Mighty Avengers omnibus. I thought Brian Michael Bendis's Mighty Avengers was great, but why don't they do like what they did for Jonathan Hickman, where they put New Avengers and Avengers, both issues in, because you've got to read New Avengers and the Mighty Avengers at the same time. I don't know why they're not doing that, but oh well. What's your take on Morrison's Wonder Woman? I thought it was awful. I never read it. I never read his Wonder Woman. Yeah. I never read it. Ray, did you ever read Starman Omnibus by James Robinson? Yeah, I got the compendiums, and they're great. I think James Robinson Starman is a great character. I'm a big James Robinson fan. I loved his early JSA stuff. I loved his Starman. I thought he was great. As good as those new Avengers Omnis are, they're poorly mapped. Yeah, they are. I agree. What do you dislike about it? All right. Absolute Batman and Robin All-Star is has some of the best art ever in an All-Star, in an Absolute edition. The art is that good, but the story and Batman is so unlikable. It's not Batman. It's not Batman. It's not Robin. And there's only one cool thing in the entire book. The only thing that's cool is the stuff they do to Hal Jordan. But it's 2 panels. And that's the only cool thing about the book. Anyway, all right, next member giveaway, Nightwing Volume 1. Volume 1, not by Tim Seeley. And the next giveaway for everybody, this is a hard to find book. This Guy Gardner, Emerald Warriors. Now, this is I think it's former library. You can tell, former library. It even says Santa Fe Springs City Library from Santa Fe Springs, California on the back of the book. But the book's worth a lot of money, so we're going to give this away to everybody. So, Tom, the giveaways you will work in are Mighty Avengers and Emerald Warriors. That's when Tom will text me, all right? And then we'll do drawings. We're going to do drawings for History of the DC Universe and Nightwing. All right, guys, are we ready? Let's start with a drawing. And we'll start with History of the DC Universe. Now, do I have all my members in? Do we have any? Tom, has there been any new members that have come in? Let me make sure they're in. I see the new members are Shadow Chew, the Bipolar Bear, the Phenomenal AC, Dave Aram, One in the Many, Chewy Queso, LP, Adrian Montanez. I think Adrian re-upped, and Dis at Large, and Glenn 2K1, 2K12. But I think, which one I think I need to add Glenn 2K12. All right, let me add Glenn. But I think everybody else is in. All right. If I'm missing someone, let me know so I can get you in, because the drawing's coming up immediately after. All right. Let's add Glenn. Tom, am I missing everybody, or I got them all? And I don't know where that Comics and Tortillas is. He must be too good to join the show tonight. Oh, Tom just gifted another one, you guys. Hold on, we gotta wait. Tom just gifted. Hats off. Let's hear a big round of applause for Tom, guys. There you go. 2K12 then. Tom just gifted another one, so I got one more name I gotta add. One more name. Let me add the name and then I'll do the drawing. Thank you, Tom. I love it. And yeah, when Tom does, here we go. Tom says the member is Miles Guy 77. All right, let's add Miles in. Miles Guy 77. 70. All right. Let's add Miles. Congrats, Miles. Right, that's good. Right before we do the giveaway. There's Goomba Guy. You guys, I had to send Goomba Guy's book off. Goomba Guy never gave me his real name. So my wife had to send it to Goomba Guy. His address on the book was Goomba Guy, and then his wherever the hell he lived, which I thought was pretty funny. But guys, please try to give me your real names when you win. Provide your real name so my wife doesn't have to explain to the post office why she's sending something to Goomba Guy, especially when the person at the post office is offended by the name Goomba. Let's try to provide your real name for me. All right. DP says, are you sure that's not his real name? I'm sure his parents did not name him Goomba Guy. All right, let's go. First book. Should I do the history of the DC universe first, or should I wait for a second? Because that's the big, you guys, that's the big book, this giveaway. The big books are these history of the DC universe. These are huge. These are big. Should I do this one first, or should I wait? Let me get a vote. Let me get listener votes. What do you think, guys? Should we do history of the DC universe first, or should I do Nightwing first? What do you think? Save it for the end. Okay, yeah. Jeff, good choice. Let's do Nightwing first. All right. Nightwing, Volume 1. This is the Tim Seeley run. This is Tim Seeley and Javier Fernandez. Javier Fernandez's artwork is great too. This is early Javier Hernandez. But man, I'm telling you, this is Nightwing, Barbara Gordon, Robin, Batman. There's all kinds of I love Tim Seeley because he's an Illinois boy like me. I'd like to meet him one day. Tim Seeley's from Chicago, so I should meet him, right? We should try to get him on the show. I think he lives in Chicago, or maybe he lives in Champaign. He lives somewhere. I would love to meet Tim Seeley, but I'm giving the book away. All right, let's get a member. All right, let's get a member. Here we go. Who's it going to be? I'm licking my fingers. For those guys that are members, you're all 80 some odd members are in here. I'm trying to reach the bottom. Here we go, guys. Here's the winner. IP 7 or LP 7359. LP, you win, brother. Congratulations to LP. Wow, congratulations. What are the odds? LP, and didn't LP become a member last night? LP, didn't you just become a member last night? Oh, that's hysterical. He just became a member. Son of a bitch. You know, that's going to drive Gary D crazy. Come on, let's get Gary D a win. Gary D's been a member forever. Gary D's been a member. Let me see. Hold on. Gary D's been a member for, I'm trying to see how many months. He has been a member for like what, 3 months? There's only, I'll tell you about, the only 3 month members. The only 3 month members on the show are Piano Wizardry, Jacob Bollinger, and Sean Rice. Look at that. Congratulations. Those are the guys that have been members for 3 months. You guys, That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. That means the world to me. That means the world to me. But Gary's been 2 months. Gary's been 2 months and he's never. I know Piano Wizardry, Jacob, and Sean have all won. They've all won. Coyley's won. Maxwell Boland's run. Jules Orozco just won. Majin's run. Gracie Patrick's won. Yeah, I'm looking. Gary D has been a member for 2 months. He's never won. He's the longest serving member who's never won. Son of a bitch. I got my fingers crossed for you, brother. All right. Tom, let's get ready. We're doing I want you to count down. Let's do Mighty Avengers Secret Invasion. This is going to a random chatter of tonight's stream. This is going to a random. By the way, let's thank who was Gary. Hold on. Was Gary D the one who paid? Was Gary D the one who paid for the longer show tonight? Was that who it was? I want to credit whoever paid. And if it's Gary D, oh my God, that's going to be sad. Yeah, here we go. It was Gary D. Gary D was the one who sent the super chat. So we have to thank Gary D. He's the one who super chat. His super chat paid. For the extra half hour. Radical Squadron did it last night. Gary D today. I really appreciate it. When we get a super chat, I give you guys an extra half hour. All right. Let me put up the thing so you can see it. All right. Here's Gary D. Extra half hour brought to you by Gary D. Thank you, brother. I hope you win. Gary D. All right, guys. Tom, I'm going to see if I can scroll all the way up. I'm going to see if I can scroll all the way up and all the way down. And then I'll start scrolling. And then Tom will count to a random. Hold on. It's really, boy, we've had a lot of comments tonight, guys. You guys have been great. A lot of comments. So I go all the way to the top and I go all the way to the bottom. Tom will count to a random number when I tell him to, and then he will text me. And then whenever he texts, I just click on whatever is next to where I am during the scroll. For example, I'm down to the bottom. I just click on Gary D. See, Gary D, you would win if it was near the bottom. Or I click on DP. You know what I mean? So I scroll all the way to the top. I scroll all the way to the bottom. Whenever Tom texts, that is when I choose the winner. All right, Tom, are you ready? I'm going to start up near the top, and I will scroll all the way to the bottom. Then when I get to the bottom, I will scroll back to the top, and I will scroll for as long as Tom counts. Tom can count to 10, or he can count to 100, or he can count to 300. However long Tom counts for is how long it's going to take. All right. And then when he texts me, I have to confirm it's Tom, but then I just click on wherever I am. But I stop scrolling as soon as Tom texts. My scroll stops. I look at the phone and then I just click whatever I'm on. All right. Tom, let's start right now. Start counting and then text. All right. I'm scrolling down. Let's see who's going to win. Who's going to win Mighty Avengers? We don't know. Who knows? Tom could be counting to 500. We don't know how long it's going to be. Guys. We're scrolling back up. Now I'm scrolling back down. I'm slowing down. Wait. What do we got? We got one? Tom is the message. The comic goes to Richard Fearing. Ray, if you Richard Fearing, his quote, Ray, if you read both versions of Blood Hunt. Oh, now I remember that question. Yeah, Richard, you win, buddy. Here you go, Richard, you win. Mighty Avengers. This is volume 3. Mighty Avengers, volume 3. This is Secret Invasion. Congratulations, brother. If you're still in, I need you to email me, chubbyraycomics@gmail.com. Give me your name, or give me your real name and address. I imagine your name is Richard Fearing, though. I'm imagining. But then again, who knew Goomba Guy's real name wasn't Goomba Guy? Who knew that? Oh, insane. All right, let's do another member giveaway. Here's the big one. Time for the big one. Does IP know he won yet? Does LP know he won? Oh, here we go. LP says, I finally popped my cherry and became a member last night. Thank you, Ray. And thanks to everyone, members, subscribers, viewers who should be subscribers, my agent, my manager, and my driver. Yes. Congratulations, LP. That's great. Comics for Life says, fingers crossed. And by the way, anybody who's in the chat room, make sure you subscribe to the show. All right. Make sure you subscribe, because you've got to be a subscriber. Because if I choose you in the chat room and you're not a subscriber, I'm not sending shit. I want you to make sure you're a subscriber. Everybody has to subscribe. All right. Let's do member drawing for history. This is big, guys. This is big. History of the DC Universe, Volume 1 and Volume 2. These are 2 books. This is Marv Wolfman and George Perez. These books were done in the 1980s, and they are the definitive saga of the history of the DC Universe. It was just redone by Mark Waid, but these are very good books, and it is sensational. I feel great giving these away. Let's do a member drawing. We got all members in. All right. By the way, I've got to give Tom. How do I give Tom the ability to go to the backstage of I'm just asking if anybody's a YouTube expert. How do I give Tom the ability to go backstage and look at stuff? Because it'd be good if he can go back and tell me, who hasn't. I don't know if I've done that or not, but here we go. All right. Lick my fingers. Comics for Life says, those are comics gold. Yeah. And they're worth something. I hope you guys aren't looking to sell them. I hope you do whatever you want, but I hope you just want to sell them. All right. By the way, Orange says we need to rewatch the video and count how many times Ray said sensational is my word today. Have you noticed that? It's usually fantastic, but it's been sensational. I think for the past 2 shows, I was saying sensational a lot last night. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. Who's going to win? I'll tell you, scrolling through 80 different names is crazy. All right, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. No way. No way. No freaking way. No way. He just won last weekend. 2 Saturdays in a row. 2 Saturdays in a row. Cheeky Chickens won. Holy shit. And I'll have to send Cheeky Chicken I'm going to have to send him 2 gift cards now. Holy crap. That is insane. It's not. It's I swear to God, it's not rigged, man. Well, I'm keeping him. He's now out. He's now out of. I got to draw somebody else. Did he call it? Chewy Casey said he called. Did he call it? Oh, shit. I'll be damned. You're getting a bigger gift card, son of a bitch. All right. Here we go. Now I got to draw again. History of the DC Universe. Because Cheeky Chicken lives in Australia. All right, guys, here we go. Congrats to... I can't read that. Renan Anselmo. Renan Anselmo. Renan, congratulations. Congratulations. Renan, you have won. I'll be damned. Good for you, brother. Renan Anselmo. By the way, Cheeky Chicken, who I'm putting him back in, he's won twice in a week. Gary D has been a member for 2 months, 3 months, 2 months, whatever. Hasn't won shit. God damn. I got to do another member giveaway. Let me do another member giveaway because I feel bad for Gary D. I feel bad for all members. Cheeky Chicken's winning. What do you guys think? Elseworld's finest. Elseworld's finest Supergirl Batgirl. There you go, guys. Elseworld's finest Supergirl Batgirl member giveaway. All right. Let me give this away. Oh, hold on. I got to take Chewy Queso down. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm reaching in. All right. All right. Carl, 30. Is that Carl? Carl won it. Didn't Carl win not long ago? Carl won again. Congratulations, Carl. Gary D, still no winner. Damn. Carl, you got to message me as well. Renan, Carl, you guys message me. ChubbyRayComics@gmail.com. All right. Here we go. Tom, let's do our random. MZ says I should. You're right, MZ. That's a damn good idea. I got to figure out who's won and who hasn't. All right. This is former library book. Guy Gardner, Emerald Warriors. And it looks like when I peeled off something, tape or something, there's something sticky. I don't know what it is, but something is sticky here. Hold on. It feels like tape residue is kind of feels like there's some tape residue, but I just ran a tissue over it. Okay, guys. By the way, Cheeky Chicken says Carl sent super chat. Yeah, he did, didn't he? All right. DP says we should do something where Gary's name goes in the pot twice. Well, we'll have a chance because I'm getting the new hopper thing. All right, let's do this one. Tom, same thing. We're going to scroll all the way up. We'll scroll all the way down for this very hard to find Guy Gardner Emerald Warriors book. This is very hard to find. It's a former library book, though, okay? By the way, Mr. Icon says Ray's got his favorites. I do. I have. Well, I mean, yeah, Piano Wizardry is my favorite. He's a first member, so that means a lot. But I feel sorry for Gary. Gary's been a member a long time, and he's never won. So I do feel bad for him. I'm not saying he's one of my favorites because of that, but he's one of my favorites because he's a great commenter, and I like when he's on the streams. But I do feel sorry for him because he's never won. But who knows? Maybe if Tom picks the right time, this could be Gary's time. All right, Tom. Same thing, brother. You start counting when I tell you, and then you send me when. All right? Go, Tom. Start counting. And I'm scrolling. And then when Tom messages me, I just hold up, and then I go read his message, and we see who the winner is. Thank God that Comics and Tortilla is not here because I don't feel like giving away 5 more books. I'll tell you that. All right. Oh, what do we have? Text message from Tom. And the lantern goes to DP. DP, brother. Has DP won before? Did DP win? I want to say DP won like 2 weeks ago, didn't you? Am I wrong? Congratulations, DP. Am I wrong? Has DP won before? Oh, he's never won. Oh, that's great. Congratulations, buddy. You won this one. DP, message me, chubbyraycomics@gmail.com. chubbyraycomics@gmail.com. Message me and I will get the book to you, buddy. Make sure to put your real name. Don't be like Goomba Guy. Don't be like Goomba Guy. Message me. All right. I'm trying to find. Hold on. I'm trying to do something here. Let's see. Trying to find. I'll let you guys. I'm trying to find Comics and Tortillas email, but I can't find it. Oh, maybe it's on my other email. Hold on. Let me check. I saw Comics and Tortilla popped in, so I'm trying to send him. Email, but I can't remember. I can't remember if I emailed him from my Chubbyray Comics or if I emailed him from my Ray Lytle address. Crap. I'm trying to find his damn email address. So you guys, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to get that freaking Comics and Tortillas, because I like when Comics and Tortillas is my co-host. But god damn, it's taken forever to find. Why is it taking so long? I gotta have that address saved. Let me check Tortillas. It's not coming up. Oh, no, that's the wrong. I can't. Comics and Tortillas. Why am I not finding your email address? God damn, it's making me crazy. Comics and Tortillas. Why? Comics and Tortillas. What email do I send to you? Do I use my? Does it come from the Chubby Ray address or the Ray Lytle address? I don't know, man. Oh, here we go. All right. I got it. All right. Comics and Tortillas. I am sending you. I just send you the invite, Comics and Tortillas, but we don't have a lot of time left, but I just sent it out to you, brother. Ray doesn't have his favorite, but if he did, Ray's favorite would be anybody named Jeff Johns. You're damn right. By the way, Comics for Life says, how would you rate your comics knowledge in comparison to, say, Omar? Well, Omar is one of my favorite people on this earth. I love that guy. I haven't known him that long, but seriously, he and Melanie, I love them. They're fantastic people. One of the things I love about Omar is he's a very nice guy. And I think Near Mint Condition it's my personal favorite channel on YouTube. But the other thing I admire about Omar, other than his kindness, he's such a kind and wonderful guy, but is his knowledge, his brain. Omar's brain and Crushing Crisis, their brains are unlike anybody. His memory, I wish I had half his memory, because that guy can remember. He can pick an issue of X-Men that he read in the 1980s, and he can detail what the book's about. That is sensational. And Crisis is the same way. And I don't have that ability. And it makes me nuts. I wish I had it, but they've got it. They've got that ability, and it made me crazy that I don't have it. So if you ask me to compare my knowledge to Omar, no, it's not. No, Omar's knowledge is way above mine. I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm humorous. I think I'm somewhat entertaining. And I think I'm a good broadcaster. And I think I'm a nice guy. But Omar has all those qualities. And he is, he's an amazing, his knowledge is much more than mine. The thing that pisses me off, here's what pisses me off about Omar. His background is not broadcasting. My background's I've been broadcasting for 30 some odd years. And Omar comes from a completely different world. And I think his broadcasting ability is great. I think he easily could have been a professional broadcaster. That's the kind of thing that makes me crazy. You know what I mean?
Ray, what's going on, Ray?
What's up, Comics and TNT? What's going on, brother?
Brother, I would watch you over Omar any day, my friend. You're the best.
You're very kind, but man,
you're the best, bro.
In all honesty, Omar's. I'm a big enough man to admit it. I'm big enough to admit that Omar's channel is better than mine. And I have no problem with that. It is I said earlier, you weren't on Comics and Trees, but I said my favorite YouTube channels: Near Mint Condition, The Comic Pals, Comics and Tortillas.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
And Cody Collects. Those are the ones that I will go out of my way to watch. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you. That's why I always plug or have Tom plug your show, your YouTube channel, because I think you should have more. I think it sickens me that you're doing these videos that only a handful, and that you're not getting hundreds of people watching. It drives me crazy. I know you get more people on TikTok, but I think you should be bigger.
It's crazy, right? Because I have more people on here than I have on TikTok, and I'm getting a lot more views on TikTok. I have no idea. I don't know why. But I do appreciate everyone that has come from your show to support my channel. I really do appreciate it.
I've got a great community. I've got great people in my community here, and of course, they like to support quality stuff. And by the way, I would hope that everybody in my community follows Near Mint Condition, follows the Comic Pals, follows Comics and Tortillas. And I'm suggesting Cody Collects, Cody with a K, because these are channels that I believe in. I think we're all kind of like-minded, and these are channels that I love, and I would suggest that you guys follow them.
Real quickly, I had that giveaway the other last week, and Drum, I think his name was Drum.
Oh, Drum or Die.
Drum or Die had won the Venom, but he said, such a nice guy, he said, go ahead and give it to somebody else because he already has it or he's
that's
already read
great.
it. So maybe we could do it
awesome.
on your show. We can give that away.
You'll give it away on my show?
Sure, yeah, because I'm you got a lot more views, a lot more people are watching you, so a lot more people have a chance of winning that.
Oh
sure.
wow! If you want it, that's fine. But I want people. I want to make sure the winner is somebody that's subscribed to both your show and my show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's get somebody that's at least a subscriber of Comics and Tortillas, right?
Yeah,
let's make sure you're getting something out of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Maybe I'll do another video then and give that away on my next video.
Absolutely, you should. Yeah.
I mean, thank you, Ray. Ray, you're the best, man.
No problem. You know, listen. I love you, man. I think your stuff is fantastic. By the way, DP says he is subscribed to both. I think that's great.
Oh, thank you, DP.
And then we got. So you're here to talk me into more giveaways, aren't you?
How many have you given away so far? I just jumped.
Given away. What have I given? Here's what I've given away so far. Guy Gardner,
Okay.
Emerald Warriors, Elseworld's Finest, Supergirl, and Batgirl.
Oh, nice.
History of the DC Universe, original
one. Okay.
This is worth. This is Marv Wolfman, George Perez.
Oh wow, that's some money right there.
Mighty Avengers, Secret Invasion, and Nightwing, Volume 1. That's what we've given away so far. But I was just about to wrap it up and go eat dinner.
Oh, I mean, come on. We gotta give at least. I mean, let's see. How many is that? That's 4? Is that 4 or 5?
One.
That was 5?
Yeah, it's 4.
We gotta go at least. We gotta do at least 8. We gotta do 3 more. Let's get 3 more in here, guys.
Oh, it's fine.
Thank you, Comic for Life.
Right.
Thank you, Comic for Life for subbing.
Let's do Ghost Rider, Captain America, Fear. Ghost Rider, Captain America. I don't know. I gotta see. Let me see what this is worth on eBay. Oh, this is Howard Mackey.
No, don't go on eBay, Ray. Stay off eBay, Ray.
This might be worth a lot. I might be crazy for giving this away.
Oh my goodness.
I might be nuts.
Thank you, Russell, for subscribing, guys. Thank you, Chicken. Thank you, guys. Watch the videos and like, please. I think that's the only way YouTube's gonna really push my content. I really appreciate you guys. Ray has the best listeners, man. Best community.
I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm still gonna give this away. But I'm gonna show you what this book is going for. Here's what this book currently goes for.
What's that price? Oh, $32.
Yeah.
Woo! How much was it?
I hope you're not going to sell it. I hope you're going to get it to keep it. I hope you're going to get it to keep it. All right. Should I do a member? Should I do a member or should I do a random? What do you think, Comics?
What was your last one?
What did we do last, Tom? We just did a random.
All right, we got to do member. Let's get a member. You guys membership him, support him, guys. You guys doing a great job doing that. I say members.
All right, let's do a member. Here we go. Maybe this is the book. Maybe Gary's going to win. Maybe this is the book. By the way, Gary paid a super chat for us to go an extra half hour tonight. From now on, if I get a super chat, I go an extra half hour. All right. Here's our winner.
Here we go.
I don't know who it is.
It looks like
it's Jose. Jose Morales. Jose's out in Connecticut. Jose's won before and he just won again. Jose, congratulations, brother.
Good job, Jose.
Jose won. I like it. By the way, holy shit, I just noticed this. Look at this. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Nice. Oh. Jose, you won. Jose, nice. You know what? You want to know what Jose won? What a lucky son of a bitch. He won the Batman Spider-Man book, I think, didn't he? Didn't he win another one of those really hard to find books? All right, here's another. All right, here's a random one.
All right, we got randos. Let's hit the randos.
And this
is that Fable?
This is
What's that?
Marvel Comics Code of Honor. Hey, this is very hard to find. This I don't even want to look up on YouTube what this is going for. I don't even want to look up.
Wow.
This is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is the complete paperback Code of Honor series. It's this thick when it's all put together. I'm giving this away. This is going to be random, okay? You guys, I don't know because I haven't looked, and I don't want to look. But I have a feeling this is worth a shitload of money. And I'm choosing to give it away. Nice. All right, Tom, same thing. This is why I did this. Now, I was done. By the way, I was done. Now, Comics and Tortillas, talking me into more.
I just got home. And
Comics and Tortillas will count it down. Then, Tom, you count to whatever number you're going to and send me a text. Whenever you're ready.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, there we go. I'm scrolling. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? Who's it going to be? This is a big one right here. This is a big one. All right. Tom just texted and he goes, boom. Tom said, boom. All right. Congratulations to. Oh, no. Oh,
Who got it?
I swear to God, this is not rigged. Dude, that looks totally rigged. It looks totally rigged. I swear to God, it is not rigged, guys. This was random. It's random as hell. I'm promising you, this was random. Gary D.
Who got it?
C&T, you weren't here. We just did about 10 minutes ago. I just did a big thing about how Gary D has been a member for over 2 months. He's never won shit. He hasn't won anything. And he just won.
Good job, Gary.
Gary D.
Dude.
Gary D, email me, chubbyraycomics@gmail.com. Everyone, I swear to God, this was random. You win, brother.
You got a super chat too by Rob Hopkins.
Oh, I got a super chat?
You got a super chat.
Oh, Rob. Awesome, Rob. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. But thank you so much. I can't go much longer than I've already gone, but I will bring this up on Monday's show, this super chat. All right. Congratulations, Gary D. I don't know if you're still in, Gary D, but if you are, you won, brother.
Good job, bro.
Gary D actually won.
Good job.
I hope he's in. He says, the world's coming to an end. Gary D.
Got it,
brother. That it was not rigged at all. I just randomly scrolled until Tom texted. I stopped. I looked at Tom's thing, and then random boom, it was you. That's awesome, brother.
Man.
But man, I'm telling you, that looks rigged. It looks rigged.
So good.
All right, so we're at, let's see.
We should be on 7 right now.
7.
7?
Yep.
All right, one more. Let's get it. What do we got?
4 hardcover.
Ooh, I want that.
We're doing a member draw. Let's do a member drawing.
There it is.
All right, Comics and Tortillas. You want it, buddy. We'll see. This is last one, guys. This is the last one, and then we'll wrap up the show. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. It's been a very fun show, guys. All right. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Dude, I love this, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you're working or playing tonight, but I'm glad you.
I was playing weekdays.
That.
Weekdays I get a little later. So
okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, I gotta drop. What am I dropping?
Oh, dude.
I got. What do I have here? I don't know how many I have. It seems like I have like 5.
A handful there.
All right, what should I drop? I want to make sure I have one. All right, I have. Do I have one? All right, there's one. I don't know who it is. Let's see who it is. It is.
Who is that?
I don't know. What the hell? Hold on.
Shit, what the hell is that?
All right, here we go.
That's not focusing. What is that?
I wish it would focus. It's focusing on my fingers. It's focusing on my fingers. All right, here we go.
The cool
guy.
The cool guy.
Congratulations, the cool guy. Cool guy, I don't know where you are, but you win. Cool guy is the winner. And this is, by the way, this still has plastic on it.
Which one is that?
It's Lords of Midgard. It's the one where it's Jason Aaron. It's the one where Jane gets the
okay.
It's near
dude.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
I have to collect that.
Yeah,
omnibus.
It's really good.
Aaron's run.
I've got the Thor runs on hardcover, and I'll give them away. So congratulations to the cool guy. You're a winner, cool guy. All right. So many giveaways. That's because Cheeky Chickens won so many damn cards. You know, Cheeky Chickens won enough cards. It probably is worth sending him the books. Because I was going to send him $60 in cards. I might as well just send him the friggin' books. All right. So
man.
He's going to get, I'll send him the Amazon card. All right, guys. That's it. We wrap it up. C&T, always good to get you on, brother.
Bro, thank you for the invite. Thank you, guys.
Tom, as always, good job, brother.
Oh,
everybody. No, I got it. I got a Cheeky Chicken. I'm sending you. I got your email. That's where I'm sending your first one to. Now it's actually just going to be sending to. I'll be sending 2 to you. If you want, you can email me again if you want, Cheeky Chicken. But Luke, I got your email. But you can do it again. By the way, guys, Goomba Guy's real first name is Connor. Thanks, Connor. I appreciate it. So now I know his real name.
There you go.
It's not Goomba Guy. All right, let's I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Remember the Patreon. The Patreon starting next week. I'll talk about it Monday. I'll introduce it Monday. Patreon, Discord, new shows. It's all starting next week. And by the way, I hope that Comics and Tortillas can be on the new Chubbyray Comics Roundtable, where I'm going to talk to other YouTubers.
Wow.
I hope Comics and Tortillas could be on some of those shows.
I would love to.
Clocks go forward tonight, guys. We
probably weekend. If it's a weekend, I'll make it. But weekdays on Pacific time, so I'm a little bit.
And we know. You don't get home till like. I don't think you don't get home till like 8 o'clock my time, right?
Yeah.
And you live in LA, or you live around LA. You're in Southern California, right?
Yeah, Disneyland.
It's probably a drive. You know what I mean? I don't know where you work, but I imagine it's a drive to get home. So, all right, everybody. So come back Monday, stream Monday at 5 o'clock. Remember, the new Patreon means I'm going to be adding streams Sunday afternoons. So I'll be doing a Sunday afternoon, a Monday evening, a Tuesday evening, a Wednesday evening, a Friday evening, and Saturday evening. I'll be doing comic shows 6 days a week. You'll need to get the Patreon to get the other shows. But there's 3 every week for free on YouTube. And then, of course, I'm hopefully still guesting on Near Mint Condition. I love when I get the chance to do when I do the Marvel solicits with Omar and Sean and Cody. It's always fun. And sometimes Omnidog as well. So I love when I get to do that. You guys remember the clocks jump ahead tonight. Make sure you know the comics jump ahead tonight. Comics for Life says, good night. Great show. Thank you, buddy. You guys, I love you. Comics at TNT, I'm over 80 members.
Over 80?
Over 80 members tonight.
Dang. Good for you, man.
Honor. What an
honor.
Bro,
you're big time.
I know. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How in the hell am I over 80 freaking members?
It's you know what, bro? It's your energy, bro. You can tell that you love talking about comics, bro.
Oh, I do. I love comics.
It's genuine. People love it, bro.
It makes me happy. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you next show. That's Monday. You guys have a great time. Coming up tomorrow, I'm going to be sending out my video of me doing my near mint condition picks. All right.
Nice.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.
All righty. See you guys.
Bye. Oh, that's awesome, man.